Here comes the 2-2 home. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Zach Iverson. This kid is ridiculous out there on the mound.
Zion Avery deep out into left center field. Back at the wall. You forget that. That is way out of here.
That ball is roped out into left field. It is deep, and it will get out of here for a homer. Daniel Cruz flips the bat. His second home run on the season.
Lines this one deep out into the outfield. Back at the wall. It is out of here. Grand slam, Sebastian Fabig.
Copperheads Baseball is presented by Ohio Health and by Ambassador Laundry, Athens Chambers of Commerce, Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau, The Cat's Eye, Classic Brands, Donato's Pizza, Dan Inman Electric, Echoing Hills, Edward Jones, Fall Green Moretime, Holiday Inn Express, Jackie O's, Kona Ice, Rocky Brands, Stephanie Wood and Ohio Realty, Shauna Stump, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh, Union Street Diner, Ohio University Credit Union, and Wendy's.
We're live here at Bob Wren Stadium for Game 3 of this 3-game series between the Hamilton Joes and the Southern Ohio Copperheads. As the Copperheads took Game 1 of the series in Hamilton, 6-1 over the Joes to earn the Game 1 victory. As in Game 2 last night, the Joes roughed up the Copperheads a little bit with a 9-0 victory here at Bob Wren Stadium. Now we're back for the rubber match between these two teams, as both of these two teams vying for a playoff spot, as we have 4 teams in the South Division, the GLSCL, just separated by a half game. As welcome to the broadcast, Joey Medora alongside Connor Mills. Connor, a bit of a rain delay to start this ball game tonight. 8:30 is the announced first pitch time, as originally it was 8 o'clock, but a lot of rain rolled through the Athens, Ohio area, so pushed back even further to 8:30. But we are going to see some baseball at some point here at Bob Wren Stadium.
Yeah, everyone had to find protection, get under cover, go into the bomb hold section, whatever they had to do to protect themselves from the rain. They won't melt, it's just water. But instead, you don't want to get rained on at all. Try to stay dry as possible. But for the Copperheads, like you said, everybody's separated by just a half-game lead for the Southern Division spot number 1 in the South. It's going to be real interesting to see who kind of emerges in these last coming weeks. We've got the All-Star break coming after the Xenia Scout Series, and then after that, I believe it's one more home series, and then on the road to the Richmond Jazz to end the regular season for the Copperheads.
As Cincinnati Steam and Licking County Settlers are both tied for first place at 18 and 14 coming into the day, as it's followed by the Hamilton Joes at 16 and 13 and the Southern Ohio Copperheads at 17 and 14. So a very pivotal Game 3 here between these two teams. Looking at some current action, the Cincinnati Steam taking on the Xenia Scouts. They're in the top of the 4th inning, no score at Grady's Field, the home field of the Scouts, as the Steam are looking to avoid yet another defeat.
Yeah, Cincinnati Steam have been on a little bit of a slide, and Licking County also losing the game yesterday. Copperheads taking 2 of 3 from the Steam, won both series against them this year, home and away. So Copperheads, they've had the Cincinnati Steam's number in 6 games. And for Licking County, well, that'll be the last home series for the Copperheads of the year. That'll be the one before Richmond Jazz. So Copperheads haven't seen Licking County since the opening day. It was on the road. But again, they just have to keep on playing baseball, keep on finding new arms, and there's a new arm on the mound for the Copperheads today.
Well, before they can worry about Licking County, they got to win this Game 3 against the Joes in this ball game. As we just mentioned, 8:30 is the start time. But you mentioned a new man on the mound, Lane Good, number 29, making his first appearance with the Copperheads this season. As Good, don't know too much about him. Hasn't decided on a college yet. Went 2 years at Glen Oaks Community College. He comes from Napoleon, Ohio, 5'9", 150 pounds, so undecided where he'll be playing ball next season. But a couple years took the JUCO route, assuming that he has a couple offers waiting for him. But he gets the ball in this pivotal rubber match, as game will not start until 8:30, but we will be here on the pregame show with you all the way, as we will jump into a quick commercial break right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, we're about 20 minutes here from first pitch at Bob Wren Stadium in this rubber match between the Hamilton Joes and the Southern Ohio Copperheads, as both teams looking to help out their standing in the standings currently, as they're both a half game out of first place. So a victory here tonight would go a long way to improving their playoff chances. A couple weeks of play left in the GLSCL season. But the Copperheads have had a few new pitchers brought in after they've lost guys like Sam Warsing, Jackson Mandela, Jake Hansen, Thomas Cesaro, bringing some new guys in to try to help make a push for the postseason here in Athens.
Yeah, one of the new guys, Lane Good, on the mound, getting the start. Yesterday's game, we saw Micah Craighauser coming in relief. And then even before then was Jack Bennett making the start in game one against the Hamilton Joes. So it's been really a fresh bullpen, kind of. It hasn't been a big bullpen, but new arms being thrown in there, new faces being learned, and it's almost like opening day all over again because half the lineup is turned over.
Well, Jack Bennett at John Carroll University, as you mentioned, made his first appearance and start with the team back on Tuesday and gave him 7 strong innings, only allowing a run, as well as 7 strikeouts. So Coach Dunphy will definitely take that down the stretch if Bennett can keep it up throughout the back half of this season for the Copperheads. As 7:05 start was delayed till 8:05 due to lightning in the area, and then a strong bit of rain came through the Athens, Ohio area, pushing the start back even further to 8:30. So we're just under about 20 minutes until we should get the first pitch underway here at Bob Wren Stadium. As looking at a couple of the GLSCL scores currently going on, as some of the games were not delayed. Top of the 5th inning, still no score between the Cincinnati Steam and the Xenia Scouts. Top of the 5th inning between the St. Clair Green Giants and the Grand Lake Mariners up in the North Division. They're up 6-0. The Green Giants are over the Grand Lake Mariners. And staying in the North Division, the Galleon Graders are up 2-0 on the Muskegon Clippers. In the bottom of the 4th inning, as the Copperheads enjoyed a lot of success against the North Division, other than the St. Clair Green Giants, who beat them twice. But they beat everybody else in the division 2 out of 2 games, and then split a 2-game series with the Lima Locos, who currently have the best record in the entire GLSCL field.
It was a little bit of a disappointing outcome in the beginning of the season. Didn't win as many games as the Copperheads had hoped to against their rivals in the South. But then against the North, they did what they had to do. They took care of business. Like I said, Mariners, Clippers, Monarchs, and Graders all sweeping those series. 2-game series against the Green Giants. Lost both games up in Canada, a long travel day, 6 hours to get up to Canada. It might have played a factor, but Copperhead split the one with the Lima Locos. A successful portion against the North Division, and Copperheads have taken that success and brought it here into the South, beating the Cincinnati Steam, and then also taking 2 out of 3 from the Xenia Scouts.
Well, the Copperheads, a big reason to that resurgence was kind of the offense starting to come around a little bit, as currently sits second in the GLSCL in team batting average at .287, only behind the Lima Locos, who have a .304 average. As obviously, if you're hitting over 300 as a team, you're going to be very tough to beat, as Copperheads learned that the hard way when they played the Locos the second game, losing 18-4, giving up 25 hits in the loss. But they did split the 2-game series with the team that has the best record in the GLSCL. So a lot of hope here for the Copperheads as they come down the final stretch of the season.
Yeah, a lot of excitement building up in Athens. You know, the attendance yesterday was one of the biggest crowds that Bob Wren has seen so far here in 2019. Of course, yet last year, the 2018 Championship Series, you know, drew in probably all 4,000 fans max capacity. But the attendance has been great. Community support has been great. Copperheads have been real fortunate from every game that we've been, home and away. Looks like here in Athens, Ohio, it's been the highest attended ballpark that we visited for any games. But Copperheads just have to use this excitement, use the community support behind them, and propel them into the postseason, and anything can happen.
Well, of course, they had the fireworks night a couple weekends ago on a Friday night. They had over 1,000 fans at least, as Bob Wren was packed for that ball game. As we'll see what the turnout is like tonight due to the inclement weather, as fans are still packing into the stadium. We're about 15 minutes away from the first pitch, and we'll take another commercial break here on the Copperheads Media Network. First pitch set for 8:30. And hopefully we're done with the rain for the rest of the night, and we can get this ball game in this rubber match between the Hamilton Joes and the Southern Ohio Copperheads. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life. Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hardworking boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. See us celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.schneiderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's, located off of Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood, Ohio Realty, will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Schneider, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Schneider, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give them a call at 594-8385.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, we're just under 10 minutes away from the first pitch here, set for 8:30 after a couple of the rain delays before the game could get underway here in Athens at Bob Wren Stadium. In this rubber match between the Southern Ohio Copperheads and the Hamilton Joes, last ball game that will be played between these two teams this year. As so far, the Joes are 4-1 against the Copperheads on the season as they swept them the first time they played. back in early June. But now we got the first pitches have been thrown out. Lineups are being announced as we're getting ever closer to the first pitch here at Bob Wren Stadium between these two teams. It'll be Lane Good on the mound for the Copperheads. Just added to the roster today out of Glen Oaks Community College, where this past year he made 10 appearances, 7 of them starts, a 2-6 record, 26 2/3 innings pitched, 48 hits allowed, 42 runs, 31 of them earned, 19 walks, 16 strikeouts, gave up 3 homers with a 10.46 ERA.
Well, the ERA might be a little bit high, but we've seen pitchers get better throughout the season for the Copperheads all year long. Third best ERA in the league, and pitchers just keep on coming in here, giving quality innings and giving the Copperheads a chance to have their offense go out, score some runs. So even though the ERA was high in the spring for Lane Good, that might not be the story today, as he could come out here and just continue to pitch well, as all the Copperheads pitchers have all season long.
So we're just moments away here from the national anthem. As when we return, there'll be lineups and finally a first pitch in this ball game between the Joes and the Copperheads on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is so much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Moments away from the first pitch between the Joes and the Copperheads. But first, Connor will run us through the starting lineups for both sides in this one.
Well, taking through the Hamilton Joes first, leading off at behind the plate, Marshall Rich. Brennan Gick batting second. He's in center field. Batting third, Preston Miller at first base. Batting fourth, Jake Cates, a designated hitter. After him, it'll be Avery Janning, the third baseman, followed by Ryan Thompson out in right field. The left fielder, Dalton Miller, follows Thompson. Corey Miley at second base, batting eighth. And batting ninth is Logan Thomason, playing shortstop. For the Southern Ohio Copperheads, it will be Lucas DeSanti leading things off, followed by Zach Iverson in the two-hole, making his first start at third base. We've talked about it all season long, how Zach Iverson's a third baseman from Michigan State that's been pitching. Well, he was at second base for the majority of the time for the Copperheads, but making his first start at third in today's ball game. Batting third, the designated hitter, Sebastian Fabic. A cleanup man, Reese Trahey at second. Zion Avery at first base. Carter Cross in left. Scott Combs behind the plate. Ty Crittenberger out in right field. And Daniel Cruz is a shortstop for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Pitching matchup for today, Sammy Barnett for the Hamilton Joes. And on the mound making his first start and first appearance on the mound for the Southern Ohio Copperheads is Lane Good. Joey, it's shaping up to be a little bit of a wet day today here in Athens, but a new man on the mound. Copperheads trying to still remain relevant in the South, only half game out.
Well, yeah, it's Lane Good, as you just mentioned, Connor, making his first start with the team at a Glen Oaks Community College, a southpaw. 5'9", 150 pounds out of Napoleon, Ohio, as he's warming up there on the mound. Some rain starting to come down once again here in Athens, as we don't expect any more delays, as it's 74 degrees and raining right now. A little bit cloudy, but Good will warm up to his new battery mate, Scott Combs, who's ready to throw down to second base, as we are just about ready. That's throw down from Scott Combs, a Reese Trey at second base. And we are ready for some baseball here in Athens, Ohio, between the Southern Ohio Copperheads and the Hamilton Joes, as it'll be Marshall Rich leading off for the Joes in this game. The catcher, Marshall Rich, as he's batted leadoff in all 3 games this series. So far, 3 for 7 with a double and 3 runs scored in the series. Batting at .328 on the season is Rich. And obviously the first time he'll face Good this year, being that it's his first appearance for the Copperheads and in the GLSCL this summer. Here comes the first pitch of the ball game, and the Rich will miss up high for a ball, 1-0. But Rich has 19 hits on the year, 4 doubles, a triple, 4 RBIs, 8 walks, 10 strikeouts, 6 stolen bases. As here comes a 1-0 pitch. Be swung on and chopped foul behind home plate, even up the count at 1. As looking at the defensive alignment for the Copperheads, Carter Cross out in left field, Lucas Nasanti in center, Ty Crittenberger in right field, Zach Iverson at third, Daniel Cruz at short, Reese Trey at second, Zion Avery at first, as the 1-1 pitch comes in and is grounded out towards Daniel Cruz. He dives, but it gets by his outstretched glove into left field for a base hit. So Marshall Rich leads off the ball game with the single. Runner on first, nobody out here in the top of the first.
A tough play for Daniel Cruz to try and make, laid out for into the hole. Slid a little bit with the turf, gives him a little bit more of a chance to slide as opposed to the dirt, a little bit more friction, but just out past the outstretched glove of Cruz and into left for the single.
Will now be Brennan Gick, the center fielder out of Northern Kentucky University. The left-handed batter against a left-handed pitcher. Good. Here comes a pitch, swung on and fouled back behind home plate. 0-1 the count to Brennan Gick. As Gick so far in the series, 2 for 4 with a single and a double. A couple of RBIs, a couple of walks as well. He's also scored a run. Batting at .250 on the year as the 0-1 pitch into him is swung and lined out into right field for a base hit. It'll be fielded by Ty Crittenberger, thrown back into the infield. Runner Rich staying at second base. But Good gives up back-to-back singles in his first start with the Copperheads. 2 runners on, nobody out here in the top of the first.
Already we're going to see what Lane Good is made of here. Like I said, gave up the 2 singles. We'll try and see how he tries to work out of it.
Will now be the 3-hitter Preston Miller for the Joes in this one, coming off a big day yesterday. 3 for 5 with a couple of doubles and 4 RBIs for the Joes. As Preston Miller out of San Clemente, California, attends the University of San Diego in the spring. First pitch into him, misses high and outside for a ball, 1-0. But Lane Good, one of the many pitchers being picked up by the Copperheads here as of late, as they lost a good amount of arms over the past couple weeks. So trying to replenish the rotation as the 1-0 pitch misses high and inside to Preston Miller for a ball, 2-0. As we saw a new pitcher yesterday, Micah Krieghauser coming in, pitched 5 innings in relief, giving up 2 runs. After driving up from Florida yesterday, also earned Player of the Game honors for the Copperheads last night. But 2 runners on, nobody out here at the top of the first. No score. 2-0 pitching to Preston Miller's a breaking ball, swung on and fouled back behind home plate. 2-1 the count now to Miller. So 2 singles to open up the ball game for the Hamilton Joes. Puts the first 2 runners on base as Good will try to settle down and record his first out in a Copperheads uniform.
And we'll just have to go pitch by pitch, try and locate the fastball. Just get one in and let the defense work behind him.
Comes set, couple looks back at the runner at second. 2-1 pitch as breaking ball comes inside and low, gets away from the catcher Scott Combs. Runners move up to second and third. Marshall Ritz takes a big turnaround third base and heads back to the bag, but now 2 in scoring position here with nobody out. As the count will be 3-1 now to Preston Miller.
Just a tough pitch for Scott Combs to try and block. Missed it low and inside. Caromed off of his shin guards and right back to the backstop.
Well, Miller already has 5 RBIs in this series. Chance for a couple more as 3-1 pitch runs inside and hits him down on the leg. As he will limp his way towards first, now takes a stop. As that one caught him flesh around the shin. The bases will be loaded with nobody out here.
Yeah, shin ankle area. Tried to walk it off, but in a little bit of pain right now.
As he has both coaches attending to him right now. As not the start that Lane Good envisioned joining the team, as bases are loaded now with nobody out. Looks like Preston Miller's trying to walk it off, heading towards first base. But it looks like he will stay in the ball game as he continues to walk to the bag. And now it'll be Jake Cates, the DH, batting cleanup in this ball game. As Cates did not play in game 1 of the series, did play in last night's ball game though, went 1 for 5 with an RBI in the Joes' 9-0 victory. As on the year, Cates batting .284. First pitch into him, a swung on and grounded in the hole between first and second, out into right field for a base hit. 1 run is in, another one's being waved in. The throw will come into third to try to get Preston Miller. The tag is not in time. As 2 runs come in to score, it's an RBI, a 2 RBI single for Jake Cates, and the Joes jump on the Copperheads early, 2-0 here in the top of the first.
Well, not the start that Lane Good envisioned for his first start in the Copperheads uniform. Got in some trouble, had a hit by pitch. Just hasn't had the life to the fastball yet.
Well, still not an out recorded here in this top of the first. And still runners on the corners with nobody out. Avery Janning digs in now. As Janning 2 for 9 in the series with an RBI so far. As Good kicks and deals. First pitch is hit towards Zach Iverson at third. He throws on the second for 1. Turn on to first is not in time. Sails over the head of Zion Avery. So another run comes in to score. The Copperheads do get a force out at second, but unable to turn the double play. Runner on first now with 1 out. 3-0 Joes lead it.
Well, the good thing is the high throw from Reese Trahey hit the green, hit the wooden fence behind Zion Avery, and bounced right back to Avery. Didn't go over and didn't allow Avery Janning to take second base.
Well, Janning will get an RBI, fielder's choice for that one as he leads off first now. 3 runs already home. As now it'll be Ryan Thompson. First pitch into him is a breaking ball, stays up high for a ball, 1-0. As Ryan Thompson on the year batting .322. Here comes the 1-0 pitch into him and misses up high for a ball, 2-0. Played in game 1 between the 2 teams of this series when the Copperheads won 6-1. And Thompson went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. As 2-0 pitch from Good into him will be a breaking ball, catches the outside corner for a strike, 2-1. As the umpires in this one, Pat J. Atkins behind the plate and Bryce McCullough, the base umpire. 2-1 pitch, swung on and grounded towards Zion Avery at first. He'll go on to second to try to get the lead runner, but throws it away out into left field. As now Janning heading into third base. He slides in safely, staying at first is Ryan Thompson. Be an error charge to Zion Avery on the throw. And runners on the corners once again, this time with one away.
Well, tough throw. Zion Avery fielded the backhand cleanly, but right in his field of vision was Avery Janning running to second. He tried to sidearm the ball. When he sidearmed it, held on to it a little bit too long, went left to the bag of second base, and all the way out into the outfield.
So a long first inning for good here in this first start with the Copperheads. As now it'll be Dalton Miller out of Miami University Hamilton. First pitch into him is swung on. It's a check swing, fouled off down the first baseline. Touch foul by the catcher, Scott Combs. 0-1 the count. As Dalton Miller was a pinch hitter in yesterday's game, went 1 for 2. 220 average on the season in 18 games, 41 at-bats, 9 hits. 0-1 pitch into him, swung on and missed. Quickly down in the count. 0-2 is Dalton Miller. As runners on the corners, 3 runs already in here in this top half of the first inning, and 2 more on base. 1 at third and 1 at first. Here comes the 0-2 pitch that is swung on and fouled off over the first base dugout and out of play. Dalton Miller staying alive. 0-2 remains the count.
Well, for good, just has to build up his confidence. Finally had on the count 0-2. Just continue to work through this inning and try to get outs.
As it looks like the rain has stopped. That was here at first pitch. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball. Catches the outside corner, called strike 3 by Pat J. Atkins. First strikeout for Lane Good in a Copperheads uniform. 2 away now in the top of the first.
Well, nice breaking ball, hits the outside corner. Lane Good just paints it out there, and nothing that Dalton Miller could have done.
As he is frozen at home plate, it'll be Corey Miley due up now. As Corey Miley out of Notre Dame College, first pitch into him, misses up high for a ball, 1-0. As this is the 8th batter of the inning to come up for the Hamilton Joes. 3 runs already in, 2 more out on base, 2 away in the inning. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and lined out towards Zach Iverson at third base. He snags it with the left hand and finally retires aside for the Copperheads in the top of the first inning. Hamilton Joes strike for 3 runs on 3 hits and an error. 2 left on base, heading to the bottom of the first. Copperheads coming up to bat for the first time, trailing 3-0 on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
It'll be top of the order due up in this bottom half of the first. Lucas Nasanti, Zach Iverson, and Sebastian Fabic trying to answer the 3 spot put up by the Hamilton Joes in the top of the first inning. As will be Sammy Barnett, the southpaw, on the mound for the Hamilton Joes in this one. A 2-1 record with a 3.85 ERA on the year in 5 starts. First pitch in Nasanti bounces into the catcher Marshall Rich. Taken by Nasanti for a ball, 1-0. But Barnett, 20 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts, 25 hits allowed, 7 walks. As Nasanti digs in, the 1-0 pitch into him will miss inside for a ball, 2-0. As Barnett has faced the Copperheads this season back on June 15th. Went 2 2/3 innings, allowed 4 runs, 3 of them earned, as a 2-1 pitch misses just a bit inside for a ball. Nasanti quickly up 3-0 in the count. But 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 6 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, facing 18 batters. 3-0 pitch to Nasanti, misses low and inside, ball 4, 4-pitch walk. The lead off the bottom of the first for the Copperheads.
Exactly what you want to do. Down by 3. First time at the plate, see a lot of pitches. Try to work a walk, just get on base and see what can happen.
Well, for Nasanti on the season, it's the 7th walk he's issued as he came into the ball game batting .314. But now he leads off first. Zach Iverson digs in, the left-handed hitter. First pitch into him, catches the outside corner for a strike. First strike thrown for Barnett. 0-1 the count to Zach Iverson. As the Michigan State Spartan batting .351 this year. 26 hits and 74 at-bats. As the 0-1 pitch misses low and outside to him, 1-1. 4 doubles, a homer, 12 RBIs, 12 walks. As so far in this series, Iverson is just 1 for 3 as the 1-1 pitch swung on a chopped foul. He'd be down to the count 1-2, excuse me. He's 2 for 8 on the series with an RBI, a walk, and a couple of strikeouts. But Barnett shakes off a sign from the catcher. Rich now comes set, takes a peek at Nasanti at first. Here comes a 1-2 to Iverson. He takes it up and outside for a ball, evens up the count at 2. As some rain starting to fall down once again here at Bob Wren Stadium, as the game was delayed by an hour and a half. 2-2 pitch into Iverson. Catches the outside corner, strike 3 called. Zach Iverson thought it was a little bit outside, but Pat J. Atkins rings him up behind home plate. First out recorded in the bottom of the first for the Joes.
Fastball paints the outside corner. Really good pitch from Sammy Barnett. Iverson thought it was outside, but what are you going to do?
Well, now it's Sebastian Fabic, the man who's second in the league in batting average. Out of Ohio University, digs in. First pitch into from Barnett, misses outside for a ball, 1-0. As on the season, Fabic batting .376 with 47 hits, 17 of them being extra base hits, 15 doubles, a couple of homers, 29 RBIs. He's also stolen 7 bases this year as the 1-0 pitch is swung on. Check swing in the dirt from Fabic, ruled not a swing by Bryce McCullough. 2-0 the count now. As Barnett, after issuing a leadoff walk to Nasanti, he remains on first base. Here comes a 2-0 pitch into Fabic, swung and lined out into right field. That will get down for a base hit. Nasanti will stop at second base. As the throw comes in to second base. But a couple of base runners on with 1 away now here in the bottom of the first. Copperheads trying to put a dent into this 3-0 Hamilton Joes lead.
Well, it wasn't until the 9th inning where Sebastian Fabic picked up his first hit. It's a good sign here today that Fabic gets a hit right here in the bottom of the first inning. Means the bats are alive today. They are well, and Copperheads, when they're swinging, they can really swing it.
Well, that's the first hit of the ball game for the Copperheads. Now be the cleanup man, Reese Trahey. Due up next. Another Michigan State player on this roster this year, one of 3 of them. As Trahey, .278 average on the year with a couple of doubles, a triple, 10 RBIs. First pitch into him, catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. As the rain has now looked to pick up here at Bob Wren Stadium, as we could be in for a wet one in this Game 3 of the 3-game series between these two teams. They split the first 2 games. 0-1 pitch into Trey's breaking ball. Comes in at the knees for a strike, 0-2. But both teams just a half game out of first place coming into tonight's ball game. looking to pick up the victory and improve their standing in the playoff picture. That's an 0-2 pitch. Nasanti takes off, and a defense check swing from Reese Trey fouled off down into the third base dugout. As a pitch came high and inside into Trey, he checked his swing and chopped it over towards the third base dugout. Foul. Count remains 0-2. But the rain is really starting to come down now.
Yeah, Copperheads really, and it's going to be called.
Yeah, it looks like another delay could be issued here at Bob Wren Stadium as Pat G. Atkins and Bryce McCullough pull the teams off the field. As the rain starting to come down once again here at Bob Wren Stadium as the field is cleared. It's 3-0 right now in the top of the first inning. Or bottom of the first inning, excuse me. Copperheads had runners on first and second with one out, threatening to put a couple runs on the board and try to claw back into the ball game after allowing 3 in the top of the first. We'll head into a commercial break. We'll come back when we know a little bit more about this delay on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is so much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year.
Hi, I'm Zion Avery. I go to Ohio University. I'm first baseman catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to Copperhead Network.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern.
Hi, I'm Ben Rushing.
Well, it looks like we're ready to go again here at Bob Wren Stadium, as we got 2 runners on and 1 out. Sammy Barnett throwing a couple of warm-up pitches, trying to get back into the swing of things, as before the brief rain delay, probably just about 5 minutes. It was a leadoff walk to Luke Nasanti. Then Zach Iverson struck out looking. Sebastian Fabic picked up a single into right field. So there's runners on first and second. An 0-2 count to Reese Trahey with 1 away in the bottom of the first inning, as Paul King, our player ops guy, requested me to give a shout out to Ben Dunlap from Columbus. From him. So, Ben, if you're listening, Paul wants us to shout you out. Thanks for listening to the broadcast.
Paul's an important person, so important to make him happy.
As an 0-2 count into Reese Trades. It looks like the brief rain shower has passed us. Time is called by Trahey in the box before the 0-2 pitch comes into him from Sammy Barnett, the lefty out of the University of Southern Indiana from Sellersburg, Indiana. 0-2 pitch into Reese Trades. A breaking ball foul down the first base line towards the visiting dugout. Count remains 0-2 to Trahey. So just a brief shower passing through. As it's been a rainy night so far in Athens, Ohio. 0-2 pitch into Reese Trahey. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Trahey doesn't like the call, much like Zach Iverson, who got rung up before the rain delay. But 2 outs now. 2 runners remain on. Zion Avery due up next.
It's been that outside corner that Pat J. Atkins has been calling in the first inning. Copperheads had to get a different game plan, especially when Pat Atkins is calling that outside corner.
Will now be Zion Avery trying to pick up a 2-out RBI. First pitch into him from Barnett's a breaking ball, stays high and outside for a ball, 1-0. Avery on the season, .250 average with 20 hits, 4 doubles, leads the team in home runs with 3, 15 RBIs, 9 walks, 19 strikeouts. Doesn't have a hit in the first 2 games of this series, 0 for 9. As a 1-0 pitch into him with a breaking ball, catches at the knees for a strike. 1-1 the count now to Avery, with Nasanti leading off second and Sebastian Fabic off first. 2 away, 3-0 Joe's lead here in the bottom of the first.
Tough breaking ball on the outside corner. Barely catches the knees.
Well, Sammy Barnett comes set. Here comes a 1-1 in the Zion Avery. Will be taken up high for a ball. 2-1 the count now. As the Copperheads will be scoreboard watching for most of the rest of the season. As the Cincinnati Steam, who are in front of them in the standings, currently trailing to the Xenia Scouts 2-1 in the 7th inning, as Zion takes a big rip at the 2-1 pitch. Doesn't get a piece of it. Count even up at 2.
Copperheads can control their destiny. Just need to continue to keep on winning games.
Well, Barnett comes set. The 2-2 pitch into Avery. Swung on and just fouled off the mid of Marshall Rich, the catcher. Avery gets a piece of it to stay alive in the at-bat at 2-2. As Zion Avery, it's been a year of ups and downs so far for this season. A slow start for Zion. He was batting around the Mendoza line at 200. Average took a big climb from June 20th to the 23rd, all the way up to 311. He swings and pokes that one in the shallow left field. Going to be a tough play, and it will fall in for a base hit. Coming in to score is Lucas Nasanti, pulling in the third, Sebastian Fabic. As the outfield was playing back, Avery gets just enough to hit a Texas leaguer out in the left field. Falls in for an RBI single. 3-1 score now in the bottom of the first.
Zion Avery has been hitting the ball well as of late, and it gets another payoff right there. Gets the RBI, dumps it out into left fields. Avery just comes up and does the job.
16th RBI for Zion on the season. As it will be runners at the corners with 2 away now. Carter Cross out of Nebraska steps up to the plate. First pitch into Carter will be swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. As Carter Cross on the year batting at the Mendoza line. 200, 10 hits, couple of doubles, couple of triples, 6 RBIs, 8 walks, 7 strikeouts. As the 0-1 pitch into him will be taken up high for a ball. Evens up the count at 1. Actually now an appeal down to the base umpire. Bryce McCullough ruled not a swing.
Easy call there.
So the count will remain 1-1. As Cross did not play yesterday, but in game 1 of the series went 1 for 3 with a couple RBIs. He swings through the 1-1 fastball for a strike. And now Sammy Barnett up in the count 1-2 with 2 outs, 2 runners on. 3-1 score in the bottom of the first inning. Barnett comes set. 1-2 into Carter Cross. Breaking ball taken in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Marshall Rich. Keeping the runners where they are, evens up the count at 2 to Carter Cross. As Carter looking to keep this inning alive for the Copperheads. After an RBI single from Zion Avery, plated the leadoff walk Lucas Nasanti. 2-2 pitch into Carter Cross, swung on and fouled towards the first base dugout, off the netting behind home plate. Cross stays alive in the at-bat, 2-2. As the Copperheads at 17 and 14, Hamilton Joes 16 and 13, both tied for third place currently in the GLSCL South Division. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed by Carter Cross, strike 3. So the Copperheads able to get 1 run back after the Joes scored 3 in the top of the first. We head into the top of the second. 3-1, Joes lead the Copperheads on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
It'll be 9-1-2 for the Joes here in the top of the second as Lane Good looked to settle down a little bit here in this second inning with the Copperheads. He allowed 3 runs on 3 hits in the top of the first. As the first pitch into the shortstop, Thomason misses outside for a ball, 1-0. But Good making his first appearance with the team this year after just joining today. 1-0 pitch is swung on and grounded foul down the third base line. Be a 1-1 count now to Logan Thomason out of Eastern Kentucky University. As so far in this series, 0 for 5 with 2 walks, batting .248 on the year. With 25 hits, 3 doubles, 2 homers, 18 RBIs. Now a little mound visit with Scott Combs and Lane Good, perhaps trying to get some signs and tendencies down, as it's the first time they have played with each other ever.
And I thought it was interesting the way that Scott Combs was talking about yesterday when you were talking to him. You know, he said after the first couple innings, you know what this guy has, what he doesn't have, but it's always nice to see those pitches.
Well, Combs talked about how he gets to call his own games this summer as the 1-1 pitch swung on and popped foul over the first base dugout, 1-2, and how that the fact that they get to call their pitches, that Coach Dunphy allows them to do that, how it allows the catchers to really develop and learn how to call games. As a long look in from Good, now winds up. The 1-2 pitch into Thomason is a breaking ball, misses inside and low for a ball, evens up the count at 2. As Good, the 2-2 pitch now into Thomason, taken just above the letters for ball 3. Runs the count full to lead off the top of the second inning.
Looked like a good pitch from Lane Good, but just a little high.
Well, now will be a payoff pitch. As Good looking to avoid his first walk. Here comes full count delivered to Thomason. Breaking ball taken up high for a ball. Leadoff walk here in the top of the second inning. As the Joes now have the leadoff man on in the first 2 innings of the ball game.
I found it interesting. You're going to go with a 3-2 curveball. Curveball's been riding a little bit high today, but for Lane Good, had the confidence to throw it, just missed it a little bit high.
Well, line up a turnover now to Marshall Rich, who had a base hit in the left field to lead things off in the ball game. Eventually came around the score, put his average up to .339 on the season, as that leads the Joes roster for the summer so far. As now Good will have to go right back to the stretch like he did throughout most of the first inning with the leadoff walk. First pitch into Rich, is swung and grounded towards third. Could be two. Throw on to second for one. No relay from Reese Tree at second base, so the Coppers able to retire the lead runner. One away. Runner remains on first base in the top of the second.
Well, it was a little bit bobbled. It was a slow roller over towards Zach Iverson at third. By the time he got it to second, Reese Trey, he didn't catch it cleanly. He caught it, but just couldn't get the transfer out of the glove in time. And by that time, Marshall Rich was on first already.
Well, it will be Marshall Rich on first, and you always got to be worried about him stealing over there, as very fast is Marshall Rich. First pitch breaking ball, called a strike on the inside corner to Brennan Gick. 0-1 the count. Gick had a base hit into right field his last time up, eventually came around to score. As the 0-1 pitch into him is breaking ball, blocked in the dirt by the catcher Scott Combs. 1-1, as again, when Combs up here yesterday, talked about how important the defensive aspect of catching is, as sometimes it can outweigh the hitting for a catcher. As a 1-1 pitch, runner goes. Pitch called a ball, throw down to second base in time, but the throw bounces away from Daniel Cruz. As the pitch misses outside, 2-1 the count, with a runner now on second base and one out in the inning.
Yeah, just a tough one to throw down for Scott Combs. A good lead by Marshall Rich, taking second base. Kind of stole that one on Good. Like you say, in a lefty pitching, it's on first motion.
So now 2-1 the count in the Brennan Gick. As pitch breaking ball popped up into the infield, high up there. Looks like Daniel Cruz, the shortstop, will camp under it, squeeze it with two hands to record a big second out, keeping that runner there at second base. He'll take a two-out base hit to try to score him, as will be Preston Miller up next.
Looks like Lane Good has kind of settled down a little bit, little nerves in the top of the first inning. But he's throwing strikes here, getting a couple outs. Just have to build that confidence up and take it throughout the game.
Well, now Marshall Rich still on second. Preston Miller was hit by a pitch his last time up, eventually came around to score. First pitch into him, swung on and fouled back behind home plate into the screen. 0-1 the count to Miller. As Good and out away from his first shutout inning with the Copperheads, as this being his first outing. Gave up 3 in the top of the first. Hasn't allowed a run yet in this second inning. 3-1 score, 2 away, runner off second base. Comes the 0-1 pitch, is a changeup. And he gets Miller out in front of it, grounds it towards the third base coaching box, quickly down in the count, 0-2.
A good location on the changeup. Got Miller ahead, swinging.
We'll see what pitch he opts to go here on the 0-2 pitch. Trying to retire Preston Miller and get out of this inning. Here comes the delivery. Is a breaking ball lined out into shallow right field. Ty Krittenberger has it lined up. He'll make the catch in the air to retire the side. So after giving up 3 runs in the first inning, Lane Good settles down a little bit, shuts out the Joes in the top of the second. We head into the bottom of the second. 3-1 score between the Joes and the Copperheads on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
Hi, I'm Zion Avery. I go to Ohio University. I'm first baseman catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to Copperhead Network.
Will be Scott Combs leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Copperheads as they look to continue to chip away at the 3-1 lead as Copperheads plated a run last inning on an RBI single from Zion Avery to get their first run of the ball game. First pitch from Barnett into Scott Combs is taken on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. As Scott Combs had a day off yesterday, the 0-1 pitch is taken up high for a ball, 1-1. He took a couple innings out of his time to join us up here in the booth, back in the lineup in tonight's ball game. As Combs on the season batting at .317. 20 hits, 1 double. The 1-1 pitch taken in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Rich. 2-1 the count now to Scott Combs. Combs an all-star selection for the Copperheads this year, 1 of 4. Along with Chris Gambert, no longer with the team, but he was selected to the GLSCO All-Star game as 2-1 pitch catches the inside corner of the Combs, evens up the count at 2. But Zach Iverson and Sebastian Fabic are also on the All-Star team. Those two are starting in the game as 2-2 home into Scott Combs. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Combs is set down on the punch out to open up the ball game. 1 away.
Yeah, tough at bat for Scott Combs. I think I just heard something interesting for Ty Crittenberger. It's a beer batter. I don't know if we've done the beer batter.
We have.
We have done the beer.
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
Where have you been?
I don't know where I've been.
Pay attention.
That's what I told you. I need hearing aids.
First pitch into Ty Crittenberger, swung on and missed, 0-1 the count now. As it was a 4th strikeout for Barnett already through his first inning and a third. As Ty Crittenberger, the right fielder, 0-1 pitch, misses outside for a ball, evens up the count at 1. But I believe it's if he picks up a hit, it's something to do with beers.
Yeah, it's something that's not like the other teams.
Well, the 1-1 pitch is swung on a miss by Crittenberger, now down in the count 1-2. As after a slow start to the season, Crittenberger has picked it up a little bit as of late. Has the average up around 250. 1-2 pitch into him will miss low for a ball, evens up the count at 2. As Ty in the series, 0 for 4 with the strikeout. 2-2 pitch home will miss high and inside for a ball, runs the count full to the Copperheads right fielder. As Sammy Barnett did walk a batter back in the first inning, he came around to score. It was Lucas Nasanti looking to avoid his second walk of the outing here. Full count pitch home to Crittenberger, swung on and looped out into shallow right field, falling fast, and will get down for a base hit and get by the right fielder and roll away. Ty Crittenberger heading towards second. That's where he'll stop. So it will be a double there for Ty Crittenberger, as was softly hit out in the right field. And it takes a bad hop on the right fielder. Thompson gets by him. And Crittenberger able to take the extra bag. He's on second now with 1 away.
Yeah, a lot of indecision from Thompson out in right field. Thought he was going to go in and try to make a dive and catch it. Instead, he pulled up. When he pulled up, the ball bounced in front of him, took that funny hop, and started rolling towards the wall. But Crittenberger, again, continues to put the ball in play. Base hits are falling down for him. Getting that batting average up.
Well, now it'll be Daniel Cruz, the shortstop, trying to pick up a base knock and add on to his RBI total, which is second on the team this year with 18. Batting .256 on the season. First pitch into him, misses low for a ball, blocked by the catcher, Rich. 1-0. As Daniel Cruz just mentioned, batting .256 with 22 hits, 6 doubles, couple of homers, 18 RBIs. Got the night off last night, played in game 1 of the series, went 1 for 4 with a strikeout. 1-0 pitch into him, again misses in the dirt, blocked by the catcher, Rich. Keeping Ty Krinberg at second, but Daniel Cruz up in the count now, 2-0. That's the 3-1 score here in the bottom of the second inning as Joe struck for 3 to open up the ball game in the top of the first. Copperheads answered with 1 in the bottom half of the first inning as they threaten to score another one here. Here comes a 2-0 pitch into Cruz. It will miss. Bit inside and low. He's up in the count now, 3-0. As you wonder if they'll opt to just put him on first with the base empty, try to set up a double play opportunity with 1 out in the inning. As Barnett's first walk was a 4-pitch walk to Lucas Nasanti. As 3-0 pitch into Daniel Cruz, misses up high and outside for ball 4. He draws the walk, second issued by Barnett on the outing. Runners on first and second now with 1 away as the lineup turns over.
Good at bat by Daniel Cruz, did not chase any pitches. Makes Cruz's job a whole lot easier when Barnett does not hit the strike zone.
Well, now it's Lucas Nasanti who walked and came around to score the first run for the Copperheads the last time up, as Nasanti at .314 on the year. As has really become a fixture in that leadoff spot for the Copperheads, something they didn't really have established early on in the year, but Nasanti has been the guy throughout July in the leadoff spot. As first pitch into him misses outside for a ball, 1-0. As Nasanti back on July 6th had a 5-for-6 performance with an RBI against the Cincinnati Steam in the Copperheads' 15-4 victory. As a 1-0 pitch into him, swung on and flied out into shallow center field. Coming in is the center fielder, Gick. He will call off the shortstop, Thomason, and make the catch in shallow center field. So 2 away now in the inning, still 2 runners on.
Gick realizing the ball was just a little bit short. First step was in and made the easy catch.
Well, now Zach Iverson will have the task of trying to keep this inning alive as Iverson punched out looking in his first at-bat. But now has an RBI opportunity if he can get a ball into the outfield and down, as first pitch into him, his breaking ball stays inside for a ball, 1-0. As hits are even at 3 apiece through these first couple innings. A lot of traffic on the base paths for both starting pitchers. As a 1-0 pitch from Barnett comes into Iverson and misses outside for a ball, 2-0. And looked a little close to the same pitch that rung him up as in his first at-bat.
It was almost the exact same pitch that rung up Iverson and Reese Trahey later on in that inning.
So a little bit of inconsistency perhaps from Pat J. Atkins so far. As a 2-0 pitch, big swing by Iverson, but he's a little bit late, fouls it away down the left field foul line, out of play. Still up in the count, 2-1. As Iverson so far this season with 12 RBIs, having a chance to add on to that here. His last RBI came against the Joes in game 1 of this series. 2-1 pitch home is swung on and fouled away down the over top the third base dugout. So after being up in the count 2-0, Iverson finds the count even at 2-2 with 2 away, 2 runners on. Copperheads trailing the Hamilton Joes by 2, 3-1. As it's Ty Krinberger off of second base. He had a double. Daniel Cruz off first. He walked. 2-2 pitch home into Iverson. Swung on and fouled down the right field line. It takes a hop. Goes down towards the visitors' bullpen. Count remains 2-2.
Late on 2 pitches, early on the next pitch. Iverson is right on it. Has yet to get his timing down, though.
Trying to time up Barnett, as he already has 4 strikeouts through the first inning and 2/3. Looking for another. The 2-2 home to Zach Iverson. Swung Actually, an appeal down to second, and it is ruled a swing on Zach Iverson. Strike 3, unable to keep the hands back, and the inning will come to a close. As we head into the top of the third, still a 3-1 score here between the Hamilton Joes and the Southern Ohio Copperheads. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the third between the Joes and the Copperheads. Scored 3-1. Hamilton Joes ahead of the Copperheads. As will be the middle of the order due up for Lane Good. 4, 5, and 6 for this third inning. As Good with his first start on the team. Had a rough first inning. Shut out the Joes in the second inning. First pitch into Jake Cates misses. Up high and outside for a ball. 1-0. Jake Cates 1 for 1 in the ball game. Had a 2 RBI single his last time up to score the Joes' first 2 runs of the game. As the 1-0 pitch from the lefty Lane Good is a breaking ball. Misses high and inside for a ball. 2-0 the count now to Jake Cates. As those were RBIs, 21 and 22 for Cates on the season. 2-0 is a big swing and lined out deep into center field. Going back to center field to Nasanti, and it will hit off the base of the wall. As Nasanti trying to get it back in, fires it into the cutoff man. Heading for 3 is Jake Cates. He goes in sliding head first with a leadoff triple here in the top of the third. He's hit that one a long way out to center field over the head of Nasanti. So Cates has the triple to lead off the top of the third.
Well, it was going to be a tough play for Lucas Nasanti regardless, as it's a dirt outfield warning track. And Nasanti kind of just hopped over what we'll guess is a puddle out there. He didn't run directly to the ball. Safety first and fired the ball in.
Well, that's the first triple on the year for Cates, as now the first pitch into Avery Janning misses outside for a ball. 1-0. As had he pulled that ball might have got out of here. Hit off the base at the wall at the 405 sign out in deep center field, as the 1-0 pitch misses high and inside now to Janning. 2-0 the count. As Janning reached on a fielder's choice his last time up, did get an RBI. There was a runner on third. But now up in the count, 2-0. As a long look in from Lane Good, now gets a sign he wants from Scott Combs. Here comes a delivery, breaking ball, misses just outside for a ball. 3-0 the count now to Avery Janning.
It's looked like 3 straight off-speed pitches from Lane Good, pitching very carefully to Avery Janning.
3-0 home to Janning. Will miss low for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk for Janning puts runners on the corners now to start off this top of the third. Still nobody out.
Well, it's not a bad thing, as Janning would be a candidate for a double play. Ryan Thompson's got a lot of speed at the plate, but should be able to get one out should there be a ground ball in the middle infield.
Well, now it'll be Ryan Thompson due up next. He's 0 for 1 on the day. As first pitch home into Thompson. Breaking ball comes right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. As the corners are up for the Copperheads, middle infielders playing at double play depth. Trying to somehow tightrope his way out of this inning without giving up a run is good. 0-1 pitch will be popped up into shallow center field. Coming in as a center fielder, Nasanti, but it will fall in for a single. Coming in to score is Cates, now heading towards third as Avery Janney. The throw comes at third. It will not be in time. Now it gets away from the third baseman, Zach Iverson, but staying at third will be Janning, as a tough play there with the infield playing a double play depth. The outfield was so far back. It was a high fly ball into shallow center field. No one could get there. It'll be a single and an RBI for Thomason. 4-1 to score now.
No doubles defense for the Copperheads. Outfield was playing back. Like you said, the double play was in play. Middle infield was playing back. So nobody was really around the ball. It's normally a caught ball by Nasanti.
As now the first pitch into Dalton Miller runs inside and hits him. Second hit batter for Lane Good, and the bases will be loaded now with nobody out here in this top of the third inning as Joe's threatening to pour it on here, up 4-1 on the Copperheads already.
Well, Lane Good just has to find the groove that he had in the top of the second inning. Pitched a scoreless inning there, just needs to find that pitch.
As now it'll be Corey Miley, the 8-hole batter. Up next, first pitch into him. He swings, grounds it towards short to Daniel Cruz. On to second for one, back over to first. In time to turn two. A run does come in to score, but a big double play turn there by Daniel Cruz and Reese Trahey. 2 outs now. Runner is on third. 5-1 the score now. The Joes over the Copperheads.
Well, double play, pitcher's best friend with the bases loaded. Couldn't have asked for anything more rather than just a strikeout, but the double play gets the job done. 1 run does come in to score, but Lane Good is now even closer to getting out of this inning.
Will now be Logan Thomason, the 9-hole hitter, due up next. He drew a walk to lead off the second inning. First pitch into him is a breaking ball, catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. So 2 runs already home in the inning. A third standing out on third base with 2 outs. 5-1, the Joes lead the Copperheads. Here comes the 0-1 pitch into Thomason. Another breaking ball, catches the outside corner once again. 0-2 the count is Lane Good trying to get through this third inning without allowing any more runs.
Well, double play definitely helped his confidence there. Comes right back, fires in 2 strikes.
Both of them being breaking balls. Sewell will opt to go to Thomason with this pitch. A long look into the catcher, Scott Combs. Good comes set. 0-2 pitch is breaking ball. Swung on and fouled down the third baseline. He'll stay alive. Count remains 0-2. As a little quick update on that game we were talking about earlier between the Cincinnati Steam and the Xenia Scouts. The Scouts lead it 4-3 in the top of the 9th inning over the Cincinnati Steam. As the Steam have a half-game lead over both of these 2 teams. The 0-2 pitch from Good misses up high and inside for a ball, 1-2. But both these teams would be very happy if the Scouts were able to knock off the Steam in back-to-back nights, as it would allow whoever wins this game to overtake them in the standings. 1-2 pitch home. Breaking ball taken low and away for a ball. Evens up the count at 2 to Logan Thomason. As Thomason bats .248 so far this season. As Lane Good already thrown 53 pitches. He comes home. The 2-2 pitch popped high in the shallow left field. Backing up as a shortstop, Daniel Cruz. He'll line it up and make the catch. Few steps into the outfield grass to retire the side of the inning, but the Joes played 2 more runs to push the lead out to 4. It's 5-1 heading into the bottom of the third. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, in back-to-back ball games now, the Joes have jumped out to an early lead on the Copperheads as they knocked them off 9-0 yesterday. Now have them down 5-1 here in the bottom of the third as some mist starting to come down once again here at Bob Wren Stadium. Been a theme throughout the night. First pitch was delayed by an hour and a half, 90 minutes. First pitch into Fabic. He has to dance out of the way of it. And he'll take it for a ball, 1-0. Fabic picked up a base hit in the right field. His first time up, was stranded at third base. As 1-0 pitch into him, swung on and missed. Evens up the count at 1. As Sammy Barnett staying on the mound for the Joes in this one. Trying to hold the lead at 4 for the Joes. 1-0 pitch into Fabic, grounded right back up the middle, will get past the glove of Barnett and into center field for a base hit. Fabic 2 for 2 in his first 2 at-bats. And the leadoff man is on for the Copperheads in the bottom of the third.
Always good to see Sebastian Fabic swinging the bat hard. He's been doing so all year long. Had a little bit of a dip previous 2 games, but now he's back, right back getting his hits.
Well, he's at 386 average-wise now. As will be Reese Trahey, the second baseman, batting cleanup in this one. Due up next, he struck out looking in his first at-bat. 1 of 4 strikeouts. Make that 5 for Barnett so far in this game. First pitch into Trey, swung on and grounded towards second base. Could be 2 on the shortstop, covering second for 1. Back over to first. In time, double play. So the leadoff single erased in 1 pitch. As Reese Trahey rolls the TaylorMade 4-6-3. 2 outs now in the bottom of the third.
Well, a little bit of momentum is shifted back towards Hamilton Joes on the double play. Not what you wanted to do after you got the leadoff single on. Well, that's baseball. Got to keep on working through it.
Will be Zion Avery. He was responsible for the RBI single to score the Copperheads' only run so far in the bottom of the first. First pitch into him from Barnett, swung on and fouled down the first base foul line and out of play. As forgot to mention a defensive substitution for the Hamilton Joes. Preston Miller has exited the ball game. He's replaced by Brock Mathis at first base. As Miller was hit by a pitch back in the first inning and was walking around gingerly as the 0-1 pitch, big rip by Zion Avery, but he comes up empty. 0-2 the count now. So wonder if that could be a reason why he's pulled from the game early, but it'll be Brock Mathis at first the rest of the way. 0-2 the count now to Zion Avery. With 2 away here in the bottom of the third, 0-2 pitch bounces into the catcher Marshall Rich. 1-2 the count now.
I did see Preston Miller walking behind home plate. He had saran wrap around his knee. Didn't look like there could have been ice around there, but I couldn't see it from where we were sitting.
Avery trying to stay alive. Here comes a 1-2 pitch from Barnett. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Copperheads go down in order after leadoff single, double play, and a strikeout to end the inning as already 6 strikeouts for Sammy Barnett through the first 3 innings. As we head to the top of the fourth, it'll be Connor Mills on the play-by-play through the middle innings. Copperheads trail a 5-1 here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the fourth inning here in Athens, Ohio, where Lane Good is on for his fourth inning of work. Top of the fourth inning, as Lane Good has given up 5 runs in his first start in Southern Ohio, is Marshall Rich at the plate. First pitch in for a called strike, 0-1. Rich today is 1 for 2, had a single in the first and grounded out into a fielder's choice in the second. As the 0-1 pitch from Lane Good is swung on and bouncing ball over towards third, left of the third base bag, and fielded by the head coach of the Hamilton Joes. No balls and 2 strikes the count. No outs yet here in the top of the fourth, as the Copperheads are trying to pick up another win against the Hamilton Joes and go 2-4 against them, as the curveball bounced right back up the middle, but right where the second baseman Trahey was playing. The throw is right on time and in for the first out. A little bit of a late throw, but gets the runner. Counts anyway. 1 out, top of the fourth.
Yeah, and you saw Trey was kind of shaded up the middle there for the Copperheads in that situation, and it worked out for him as that ball looked like it might get up the middle, but Trey able to range a couple steps to his right, field it cleanly, make a strong throw to retire a speedy Rich, as I believe that might be the first leadoff batter retired.
And it is.
By Good so far. So,
well, now Brennan Gick at the plate. Gick takes a fastball inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. On the day for Gick, a single and a fly out to shortstop. So he's 1 for 2. As the 0-1 pitch is in for a called strike on the outside corner. Evens up the count at 1-1.
yeah, Patrick Atkins has been calling him out there all night long on the outside part of the plate, so you want to use it if you're a pitcher.
Good's 1-1 pitch is just a bit outside, as we were talking about it. Well, this one might have been a little bit further outside than the last one.
Also could have been a little bit lower, too. So it looked like that pitch was
2-1 line drive, and it bounces past the diving first baseman Zion Avery and gets all the way down the line in right field. Rounding first and heading for second is Brennan Gick. He'll pull in there with a 1-out double here in the top of the fourth inning.
Well, yeah, Gick just got out in front of that breaking ball there, lined it hard down the line. Avery would have been a spectacular play if he would have been able to knock that ball down, but he gets past his diving glove out into right field. An easy double for Gick from there.
Zion Avery diving towards the line, but unable to make the play. Double for Brennan Gick, and now Brock Mathis will stand in to bat for the first time today. Mathis in for Preston Miller, who was hit by a pitch around the knee-ankle area, somewhere on his left leg. Potential reason for coming out is Mathis' first pitch swing, fouls it back over the press box, and out of play, 0-1. But for Mathis on the season, batting .241, 13 hits, 54 at-bats, 13 runs scored, 6 RBIs, 5 walks, and 19 strikeouts. Lane Good from the stretch, checks back the runner at second base, checks again, and now the 0-1 pitch is a line drive out into left field, and it's down the line, a fair ball. Ranging over his cart across all the way down into the corner. Coming in to score is Brennan Gick, and going to second base with a 1-out RBI double is Brock Mathis. So even though Preston Miller's out of the game, Brock Mathis just picks it right up for Preston Miller, gets the RBI, and the Hamilton Joes have extended their lead 6-1.
Yeah, very similar to the hit Gick just picked up down the line, just down third base this time, as Joes aren't really caught off guard by that breaking ball that Good's trying to throw. They're hitting it hard, and they're able to keep it fair. She's not really getting them out in front of it. They're able to hook them down the line and keep them fair. And a lot of hard contact so far.
Soft contact here as Lane Good goes on the line, tries to spin around and throw it to first, but unable to make the play. So Lane Good running over towards the first base line. It was a slow roller by Jake Cates. Moving over to third base is Brock Mathis. But a slow roller. Lane Good, the lefty, tried to spin around and throw it overhand to Zion Avery, who was waiting for the throw on the bag. It would have been a tough play. Probably the only play that could have been made was to tag him on the line. But an infield single for Jake Cates.
Yeah, well, him and Cates almost collided there on the line. Cates had to kind of run around the runner's box there to avoid contact with Good on the line. But as you mentioned, as soon as he picked it up, it would have been a tough play to turn around and flip it on the first in time.
So runners at the corners with one out here in the top of the fourth inning as a line drive by Avery Janning goes right on the facing of the Copperheads dugout. It was a hard hit ball that would have done damage. But instead it was luckily enough to bounce on the facing of the dugout. Bounces into play. And just a loud foul ball.
Well, just to mention, we're talking about that Scouts and Steam game. There is a final. Xenia Scouts beat the Cincinnati Steam 4-3. So whoever wins this ball game will not only jump the Licking County Settlers, who aren't playing tonight, but also the Cincinnati Steam in the standings.
The playoff implications on hand in Athens, Ohio, as a 1-1 pitch from Lane Good is delivered to Avery Janning, and now a bouncing ball. This one does find its way inside of the dugout. Can't see who jogged out of the way there. Could have been Braxton Kelly or someone.
Micah Krieghauser.
Micah. Talked to him yesterday. Getting used to Bob Wrenn Stadium. 1-2 the count now to Avery Janning. Janning today 0 for 1 with the fielder's choice and a walk. 1-2 the count. And the pitch from Good misses high and away. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
But yeah, that's big news for sure. Is you're going to jump all the way from third or fourth, depending on. I mean, the Coppers and Joes both tied at third, but you're going to jump all the way up to first place with a victory in the ball game tonight.
A lot of shifts happening in the Southern Division, but in the North, the Lima Locos have just run away with it. As now is swinging a pop fly shallow into second base. Reese Trahey has it and throws it over to first in time for the second out, but another run does commit to score. It's an RBI ground out by Avery Janning. The ball was just softly popped up into the air. Reese Trahey unable to catch it in the air. Had to take it on a hop, throws it over to first, but a run does come in to score. It's now 7-1 in favor of the Hamilton Joes.
Yeah, it looks pretty similar to yesterday. Joes is continuing to pile on the Copperheads, making it very tough to stage a comeback. That's good, it's a little bit unlucky. You get a nice, easy infield pop-up, but the infielder is playing back, so it falls in front of him. That runner from third able to come in to score.
Well, moving from first to second is Jake Cates. Is at the plate is Ryan Thompson. Thompson takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 the count. 2 down now with a runner in scoring position for the Hamilton Joes in the top of the fourth. Joes 7, Copperheads 1, as the 0-1 pitch is taken just a bit low. Puts the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield shifted towards right. Trahey in the hole as the fastball misses outside by Lane Good. 2 balls and a strike. Thompson today has reached base both times, one on an error by Zion Avery, and then a double. Went all the way around to third, did not score. There's a 2-1 pitch from Lane Good, is taken low. Now the counters run to 3-1.
Yeah, not a bad breaking pitch there on 2-1. It's just you're not really looking for a breaking ball when you're ahead in the count. So it makes it a little bit more easier to lay off of rather than with 2 strikes when you're trying to protect. Then the pitch just drops off on you.
Good shakes off Scott Combs. Has found his pitch. Nods his head yes. And now time is called by the batter, Ryan Thompson. So it's taken Scott Combs and Lane Good a little bit of time to get used to each other. Rolling through the calls. A little bit tougher with a runner on second base as a 3-1 pitch is a curveball, misses low and inside at the feet of Ryan Thompson, and now there are 2 runners on base with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning.
And Good does not shy away from throwing his curveball, that's for sure, as he throws it in all kinds of counts. Just saw it in 3-1 there, just unable to get it to bend back into the strike zone. And he issues the walk.
The runners on first and second base, the 3rd walk allowed by Lane Good in today's ball game. Hamilton Joes 7, Southern Ohio Copperheads 1. 7 runs on 8 hits for the Joes, 1 run on 4 for the Copperheads. His first pitch swinging and missing is Dalton Miller for a strike, 0-1. Dalton Miller today 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch, struck out looking. Was the only strikeout victim of the day for Lane Good. As Good's ahead 0-1, the pitch misses low and inside, puts the count at 1-1.
Yeah, some interesting free agency news coming out of basketball. Well, not really free agency. Russell Westbrook got traded to the Rockets.
Really?
For Chris Paul and draft picks, is what I read.
So Chris Paul is now going to the Thunder.
Correct.
As a 1-1 pitch misses inside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
I'm sure they'll trade him for some more picks as well. It seems like they're kind of blowing it up in OKC now. They traded Paul George and Russell Westbrook. You wouldn't think they'd keep a veteran like Chris Paul around just to, tank to the bottom of the Western Conference.
2-1 pitch now into Dalton Miller. Misses inside for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike as you count with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. I'm not a big basketball guy, as you are well aware. But I remember Chris Paul being pretty good, so I kind of agree with you. The Thunder will probably trade him away as the 3-1 pitch misses inside. Ball 4, bases are loaded for Lane Good here in the top of the 4th inning. As now Austin Dunphy is waving his hands on the first step of the Copperheads dugout, checks down. Will take a slow walk out to the mound and try and calm down Lane Good, while also giving time for the pitchers out in the Copperheads bullpen. Give them some time to work around it. But yeah, that is interesting news in the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of superstars moving around this offseason. It's interesting to see.
So it will be with the Rockets now, Westbrook and James Harden.
That'll be interesting. They're both kind of ball-dominant guys, so I don't, see how that works out for them.
Again, with me not being a big NBA fan, I try to keep some tabs.
Right.
Lane Good remains out on the mound for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, with the bases loaded here on the top of the 4th. I remember Russell Westbrook always used to get the triple-double. Almost it seemed like every single game he averaged.
Yeah, that year where he broke the record for most triple-doubles in a season. Yeah, I believe he won MVP that year. Yeah,
Probably rightfully so.
To see. I mean, I think everybody talks about the balance. I honestly think that the NBA runs through L.A. now with how good the Clippers and the Lakers are going to be.
First pitch swinging is Corey Miley. 4th walk allowed on the day, which was delivered to Dalton Miller. He's on first. On second base is Ryan Thompson, and on third is Jake Cates. 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Top of the 4th for Corey Miley. Miley 0 for 2 today with the line out to third base and also grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Good quickly ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yep. Whatever Coach Dunphy said must have worked because he came in after back-to-back walks and shoved in 2 strikes. Now you just got to get 1 more and try to get your bats, which have carried you all throughout this last stretch of games. Try to get them hot.
From the stretch, Good's 0-2 pitch, line drive, and it hits the base runner. It hits Ryan Thompson trying to advance to third base. He tried to hop and jump and escape the path of the ball, unable to do so, and that's an out. Recorded here in the top of the 4th inning. We head to the home half of the 4th with the Copperheads trailing by 6. It's the Hamilton Joes 7, Southern Ohio Copperheads 1. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads, with toppings loaded from edge to edge.
Ty Krittenberger from Pompano, Florida. You're listening to Ched's Media.
Bottom of the fourth inning at Bob Bren Stadium. Copperheads trailing the Hamilton Joes by a score of 7-1. Only 4 hits for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, 8 hits for the Joes. As leading off will be Carter Cross. He'll be followed by Scott Combs and Ty Krittenberger as the first pitch is taken for a ball. 1-0. Well, now the second time that we've seen this happen, where a base runner is hit on a line drive or by the ball. The batted ball in play as 2 balls and no strikes now to Carter Cross. Cross 0 for 1 of the day with a strikeout. So how to look it up. And it's actually scored as a putout to the nearest fielder in the position. So it was a fielder's choice for the batter, which was Corey Miley. Ryan Thompson would be out. It's just a fielder's choice 6 for those scoring in a scorebook. Learn something new every day. 2-1 pitch. Taken in for a called strike. Brings the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody out in the bottom of the fourth inning. Working quickly is Barnett. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and a bouncing ball that caroms into the dugout for the Hamilton Joes.
Yeah, despite the run and 4 hits so far, Barnett's been having a lot of strikeouts so far. 6 of his 9 outs recorded.
Well, just make that 7 of the 10 outs now, as it's a strikeout looking for Carter Cross, the second time that he's been rung up today. 7 strikeouts, first down in the bottom of the fourth, and Scott Combs, who's a strikeout victim himself, now bats in. Combs 0 for 1, struck out in the second inning. As Copperheads will need to have the bats come alive. As the first pitch, Scott Combs misses low and inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
And Barnett already has a season high for strikeouts. Only threw 3 1/3 innings, 7. His highest before tonight's ball game was 4 in a game, as he did that on 4 separate occasions.
The 1-0 pitch sails high and away. Tipped on the glove by the catcher, Rich. Rich unable to get it. Now the on-deck batter for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Ty Krittenberger retrieves the wild pitch. The 2-0 pitch from Barnett. It's another one that goes all the way back to the backstop. 3 balls and no strikes now.
Yeah, it looked like both those were kind of breaking pitches. I just kind of lost the grip on, especially the first one. Kind of slipped out of the side of his hand. Came nowhere close to the plate. That one was a little closer. But still an easy take for Scott Combs, as you assume that he'd be getting the take sign 3-0 here.
Well, he does not have the take sign. He swings and fouls it off. Must have been a pitch that he really liked, as now the count is at 3-1. So 3-1 the count. The pitch from Barnett is swung on, and a fly ball down the line in right field in foul territory. Coming in to make the catch and then resting himself up against the wall is the right fielder Thompson. Makes the second out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And now they're 2 away for Ty Krittenberger.
Yeah, thought for sure that one would get down, but Thompson came a long way down that right field foul line. His ball did hang up there for a while. But 2 outs now, and Krittenberger will have to try to spark something with 2 outs now.
Ty Krittenberger has found some success in today's ball game. A double that happened in the second. Krittenberger was the beer batter of the game. Some kind of marketing promotion. As the first pitch tried to lay down a bunt, pulls it back, called a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Ty Krittenberger. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and foul tipped and hits the helmet of the catcher, Rich. 1-1. There's now the 1-1 pitch found straight back to the screen, brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And Ty is one of the hardest hit balls on the day. He hit a double his last time up. We'll try to replicate what he did his last time up.
Krittenberg in yesterday's game went 0 for 4. 1 for 1 in today's game as the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Into the glove of Rich. And into the top of the 5th we go. Copperheads trail by 6. It's the Hamilton Joe 7. The Southern Ohio Copperheads 1. They'll look to try to battle back in this game. Whoever wins here will take first place in the South with a couple games left to go. It's top of the 5th. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Ever since first game, or first inning, Copperheads bats have been held silent. As we're in the top of the 5th inning, it's the Hamilton Joe 7, the Southern Ohio Copperheads 1. New man on the mound for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, Tyler Lux from Omaha, Nebraska. Plays his baseball at Sterling College. At 6 foot, 170 pounds, the first pitch is ripped down the third base line, goes foul by Logan Thomason.
It sounds to me he's the hot dog batter due to the uproar in the stands.
The 0-1 pitch at off speed and taken, just a bit high, to the disappointment of those at Bob Brent Stadium anticipating some dollar dogs.
Not a bad breaking pitch, just misses a little bit up high. Thought he caught him at the letters, perhaps.
The 1-1, this breaking pitch is in for a called strike, and now Logan Thomason is behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That was definitely a sharper one than the one he threw before. Drops down there into the zone, catches him off guard. Now he can go anywhere here, 1-2.
From the windup, the 1-2 pitch is swung on. It's a fly ball out into shallow right field, ranging towards the foul line as the second baseman Reese Trahey. He makes the catch on the run, and now that's the first out. In the top of the 5th inning, the hot dog batter does not strike out, to the displeasure of the Bob Wren fans and Copperhead fans in attendance.
Well, at least he didn't homer like we've seen him do a few times this season. He still got retired him for an out. Nice job by Lux coming in, keeping Thomason off balance. Lazy pop fly into shallow right field. First batter he faces, he retires.
Not a bad job at all. Second inning in a row where the leadoff man has been retired. And now an off-speed pitch to the leadoff man for the Hamilton Joes, Marshall Rich. Is taken in for a called strike. Stat line on the Copperhead starter, Lane Good, as the 0-1 pitch misses high. 1 ball and 1 strike. For Lane Good on the day, went 4 1/3, or 4 innings pitched, allowed 8 hits, 7 runs. All of them were earned, 4 walks and 1 strikeout. As a 1-1 pitch into Marshall Rich, misses inside, puts the count at 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, much like Good so far. Lux showing he likes to throw the curveball to throw it at any count.
2-1 in for a called strike. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You saw right there, he's behind in the count 2-1. He drops in a curveball to even up the count at 2. Now you can either go back to in a different location or try to speed up the bat with a fastball.
The 2-2 pitch bounces in the turf. A good block by Scott Combs. Count is at 3-2. But Tyler Lux, the payoff pitch is swung on and foul tipped, unable to be held by the catcher, Scott Combs. And just drops it right at the plate. Seems to be all right.
Yeah, we've seen Scott take a few off different parts of his body so far this year. Always hangs tough, stays in the ball game. He's been the only catcher for the Copper this year that's been with us throughout the entire season. So,
Ben Rushing was listed as a catcher. He unfortunately had to go, as did Chris Gambert. As a 3-2 pitch is taken high, ball 4. And it's 5 walks on the day for Copperheads pitching. The first walk allowed by Tyler Lux. And now there's a 1-out base runner for the Hamilton Joes.
and you always, with Marshall Rich off first base, always got to worry about the steal. It's very fast. That's why he's batting leadoff for the team. Gets on base a lot, leads the team in batting average. But has stolen 6 bases so far this year.
Check over to Marshall Rich. He goes back safely. Another check over now. Goes back head first, sliding safe. On the day for Brennan Gick, 2 hits, 1 out made, 2 for 3. A single and a double. Halfway towards the cycle, as now the first pitch from Lux misses high and away for a ball 1. Now 1 ball, no strikes. With 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Hamilton Joes 7, Southern Ohio Copperheads 1. As now a swing and a foul right back off the helmet of Scott Combs. Brings Scott even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Scott pops right up. He's okay. Tells home plate umpire Pat J. Atkins that fell nothing.
Well, catchers, they wear the protective gear for a reason. Nobody knows that better than Scott Combs this season. 1-1 pitch, Tyler Lux from the stretch. Looks down, he's got a sign as the 1-1 is taken on the outside corner for a called strike. Lux is ahead on the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Nice little backdoor slider. Starts it outside the plate, breaks right onto the outside corner for the strike. Now up in the count, 1-2.
The 1-2 pitch from Lux, swung on him, missed, strike 3. Second strikeout on the day from the Copperheads pitching staff. First strikeout of the season for Tyler Lux.
You like to change of pitches there. He goes the slider on the outside part of the plate, then elevates a fastball, gets Gick to chase it up high for his first strikeout on the year.
So now there are 2 down in the top of the 5th inning. Copperheads trailing by 6. Tyler Lux making his first appearance, donning the Copperheads uniform as the first pitch misses to Brock Mathis for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. For Mathis, came in to replace Preston Miller, who was hit by a pitch on his left leg. As now a check over towards Marshall Rich, who's standing on first base. He is safe. Well, 1-0 the count. Brock Mathis, RBI double. Top of the 4th, and now he lines one right down the line, but this one goes foul and into the corner over near the Mike Schmidt retired jersey sign. Mike Schmidt playing his baseball for the Ohio Bobcats, 1967 through 1971.
I bet you if you ask a lot of people, a good group of people who aren't from the state of Ohio,
1-1 pitch, foul back.
where Mike Schmidt played college, they would never have guessed Ohio University.
Well, I was pleased to know that Mike Schmidt played here.
I didn't know. I've said this story on here before. I came to a Copperheads game for like my student orientation, and I saw the sign out there. I was like, "You think it's Mike Schmidt?" That's like a joke, and then I looked it up. It was him.
Yeah.
So
1-2 the count to Brock Mathis. A swing and a line drive right back up the middle, out into center field. Ranging over is Lucas Nasanti. Rounding second and heading for third is Marshall Rich. The throw is cut off by the shortstop, Daniel Cruz. The throw then goes to Reese Trahey, who tries to get the trail runner. Brock Mathis with a second double on the day. It's a hustle double for Mathis, and now runners are at second and third with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, Mathis didn't even get the start in this game tonight. He played in the first 2 games, kind of struggled up there at the plate, but he's had a good time off the bench in this one, coming in cold. A couple of doubles, doesn't get the RBI on that one. That's a good job by Nasanti getting it in to keep Rich at third base, but Joe's just been staying on the Copperheads in this one. They're trying to continue to add on to the lead.
Tyler Lux, first relief appearance for the Copperheads, one of the new arms emerging from the Copperhead bullpen. As a first pitch to Jake Cates, in for a called strike, 0-1. But 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Cates on the day. Well, he's 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a triple. Good block by Scott Combs as the ball bounces in the turf. He evens up the count at 1.
Yeah, that triple wasn't a cheapie. He crushed it out the center field. If he pulled it, he might have gotten out of here. It's all the way down towards that 405 sign.
The 1-1 pitch from Lux is taken low and inside, puts the count at 2-1. Today's game started a little bit late. A lightning delay in the beginning pushed the start time back from 7:05 to 8:05, and then some rain pushed it all the way back to 8:30 as a 2-1 pitch taken outside. The throw down to third. It hits the runner, but stays close to the third base bag as Zach Iverson corrals it. And Scott Combs just pegged Marshall Rich, taking a large lead off of third.
Yeah, just trying to do anything to help your pitcher get out of this inning, as Rich taking a big secondary down there. So you try to fire one back down to tag him out. He gets back in safely. Just keeping him on his toes out there.
3 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. The 3-1 pitch taken in for a called strike. And now the count is run full to Jake Cates. Cates is yet to be retired, 3 for 3, 2 RBIs and a run scored. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and lifted high into the outfield, right center field. Ranging under, it's Ty Crittenberger, makes the catch, and the side's retired. Tyler Lux works through a scoreless inning of relief as the Copperheads look to battle back into today's game. Down by 6, Joe's 7, Ched's 1. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is so much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women footwear that have...
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
And then top for the Southern Ohio Copperheads in the bottom of the 5th inning. Copperheads trailing by 6 to the Hamilton Joes. Daniel Cruz walked his first time up. So no at-bats, official at-bats for him. It was a second walk allowed by Sammy Barnett back in the bottom of the 2nd. Barnett is here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch misses to Daniel Cruz for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Cruz now batting .256 on the season. As he lines one out into right center field. Ranging back is right fielder Thompson, and he makes the catch on the run. A couple feet in front of the warning track. The ball was smashed by Daniel Cruz, just couldn't get it over and out of the range of Thompson and right. An impressive first out for the Hamilton Joes.
That ball had the gap written all over it when it left Cruz's bat as he hit that one deep out there into the alley in right center field. But Thompson got a good read on it and a good jump. He's able to run it down deep in the alley there. Nice play for the first out of the inning. Copperheads struggling to catch some breaks here in these last couple ball games against the Joes.
First pitch to Lucas Nasanti off speed, hits the outside corner for a called strike. Lucas Nasanti is 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to center field and a walk and a run scored. He's responsible for the only run scored for the Copperheads, as the Joes have 7, Copperheads only have 1. Copperheads 1 run on 4 hits and 2 errors. Hamilton Joes 7 runs on 9 hits and no errors, as the 1-1 pitch is into Lucas Nasanti for a called strike. Brings the count to 1-2. Infield playing back, outfield straight away. As the 1-2 pitch will not happen as time is called by Lucas Nasanti at the plate. And now the 1-2 is taken low in the turf. Good block by the catcher, Rich. Count is even at 2.
Yeah, Nasanti doesn't strike out very much, usually battles. And at bat doesn't get cheated, tries to fight off 2 strike pitches till he gets one he can try to pick up a base hit on.
The 2-2 pitch, line drive out into left field, but slicing foul and goes out of play. Count remains tied at 2. Two-two pitch from Barnett. Ground ball over towards second base. Second baseman Miley has it. The throw to first in time. And now they're 2 away in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, Nasanti hustling up the line, almost beat it out on a slow roller, as he's picked up a lot of infield singles on slow rollers like that this year, but second baseman able to make the play out there and retire him. Copperheads, they need to start stringing some hits together, trailing by 6, got some work to do, and you're running out of outs to work with.
At the plate is Zach Iverson, has struck out twice in today's ball game, both to Sammy Barnett. As the first pitch misses low and away for ball 1. Time is called. As Rich wants a new ball. Might have gotten a little bit wet. As we mentioned, it's been a little moist out there on the field today. 1-0 pitch is swung on, line drive out into right field, but right underneath it is right fielder Thompson, who makes the catch with a third and final out in the bottom of the 5th. Copperheads held off the scoreboard in the bottom of the 5th as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Joes 7, Copperheads 1. We'll be right back in the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the 6th inning at Bob Brent Stadium in Athens, Ohio. Hamilton Joes have a 7-1 lead over the Southern Ohio Copperheads. As leading things off will be Avery Janning for the Joes, followed by Ryan Thompson and Dalton Miller. First pitch from Tyler Lux. Diving stop attempted by Zach Iverson, but the ball is hit too hard out into left field for a one-pitch single in the top of the 6th inning. Leadoff single for Janning. He's on first.
Yeah, just a lot of in the tack mode of the Joes these past couple games, not waiting in at-bats. They get their first pitch early and they attack it. That's another hard hit ball right there. Already 10 hits through these first 5+ innings.
10 hits now for Hamilton Joes. There's a runner on first base. And nobody out. First pitch in to Ryan Thompson. Misses outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. In game 1 of this 3-game series against the Hamilton Joes with a lone victory for the Copperheads against the Joes all season long. It was Jack Bennett who was strong, as now a line drive out into right field, down the line, rounding second base and heading for third is Avery Janning, going to second as the ball is now being just thrown into the infield. It's a double for Ryan Thompson. Runners are at second and third with nobody out against Tyler Lux.
Yeah, thought Zion was going to be able to haul that line drive in, but it looked like it kept rising up on him as he left the ground a little bit late. Gets just over top the tip of his glove into right field. Unfortunate there, as will be another double for the Joes, and they just continue to have runners in scoring position in this one.
Janning on third base, Thompson on second with the double. Both reached base by hits as the first pitch in for a called strike, 0-1. Infield has been brought in against the Hamilton Joes here in the top of the 6th inning as the Copperheads trail by 6. 11 hits now in the day for the Joes as the 0-1 pitch comes in from Tyler Lux, hits the batter, Dalton Miller, and now the bases are loaded with nobody out in the top of the 6th inning here in Athens.
And you wonder, there's a little bit of rust that goes into this for these new guys pitching for the Copperheads. As Good, didn't have his best stuff. Now Lux kind of having a lot of base runners, struggling a little bit. These guys haven't played for a little bit. Spring season ended. Could have ended anywhere from April to the May area. Now we're all the way in July, and perhaps these guys weren't playing. So I wonder if that could play a factor into some of the, wild pitching we've seen so far.
It could, as 4 walks allowed by Good in today's ball game. Lux has come in the 5th inning, had a scoreless inning, but in trouble here. Bases are loaded. Infield has been brought in. Outfield straight away. It's the first pitch to Corey Miley. Missed for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. A 1-0 the count to Miley. Miley has been one of the only batters for the Copperheads that they've been able to successfully get out in consecutive times. Miley, a line out to third, a double play, and a fielder's choice. He hit the batter his last time up, which is ruled as a fielder's choice, as the 1-0 pitch is a line drive out into shallow center field. Lucas Nasanti will have to take it on a hop. Now he runs in and throws it all the way to home, unable to be cut off by the first baseman, Zion Avery. 1 run comes in to score. It's an RBI single for Corey Miley. First run allowed by Tyler Lux on the season. Avery Janning comes in to score. And now it's a 7-run lead for the Hamilton Joes. They continue to pile it on against the Copperheads.
Yep, just keeping the train rolling there, playing station to station. Line drive out in the center field. Nasanti playing too deep to be able to make a play on it, so he fields it on the hop, gets it back in, preventing another run from scoring. But the bases were loaded, so a run does come in, and they'll remain loaded as Lux is trying to get a ground ball or something here.
Well, first pitch in to Logan Thompson. Misses for a ball, 1-0. Missed a substitution coming in for the Hamilton Joes as Zach Orn pinch hits for Corey Miley. So Zach Orn with the RBI single as he stands on first, as now it's a 1-1 count to the batter, Logan Thomason. Orn will presumably go to second base, as he has played second base in this series for the Hamilton Joes when the home half of the 6th comes around. It's now a line drive right through the hole on the left side and in for a base hit. Rounding third and heading for home is Dalton Miller, and he goes in with a runs scored. It's a 2-run single for Logan Thomason. Make it 10 for the Hamilton Joes against the Southern Ohio Copperheads in today's ball game.
Yeah, Copperheads kind of getting a taste of their own medicine a little bit. They're used to, kind of putting it on teams like this on the scoreboard, but the Joes have done it to them here at home these past couple ball games. Just a lot of hard hit balls. They're finding holes, and Joes showing an impressive display of offense for the first couple games, or the last couple games of this series.
Well, now, as we saw yesterday when the Hamilton Joes put up 9-0 victory for the Joes. They put in a couple pinch hitters. They continue to do so today, as this is Zach Wilson pitch hitting for Marshall Rich. So Rich's day is done as the first pitch misses for a ball. 1-0. Rich on the day went 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. And on the season for Wilson, batting 143 as he takes a called strike in. 1 ball, 1 strike with nobody out and runners on first and second base here in the top of the 6th inning. But for Zach Wilson, 3 hits and 21 at-bats, a run scored, 2 RBIs. No walks and 8 strikeouts as he lines this one foul down the line and out of play. Tyler Lux ahead on the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The hits continue to pile up at now 13 as we are no outs into the top of the 6th inning as the 1-2 pitch swung on and missed by Zach Wilson, and that's the second strikeout by Tyler Lux. First out recorded in the top of the 6th inning, and that will bring up Brennan Gick.
Yeah, that might have been one of the best pitches thrown all day so far by Lux. A nice little breaking ball there, gets him out in front of it for the strikeout. He's just trying to, obviously not the outing he's wanted in this first one with the Copperheads.
First pitch to Brennan Gick bounces away from the catcher Scott Combs. Moving up and advancing to second and third are the base runners Zach Orn and Logan Thomason, as Brennan Gick has 2 in scoring position now.
You want to try to weather the storm and get out of this as quickly as possible. Down by 9 runs, all you really want to focus on is just trying to throw strikes and get guys out. You don't have to worry about dancing around the strike zone. You don't have a lead to protect and you're losing by a bunch. You just want to throw strikes, let your guys try to make plays for you.
Ball misses for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes to the batter, Brennan Gick. Gick in today's ball game, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, no RBIs, but a prime opportunity for him. 2 runners in scoring position as 3 straight balls from Tyler Lux to the batter, Brennan Gick, with 1 out. 3 runs already in here in the top of the 6th inning. A double-digit score for the Hamilton Joes. The 3-0 pitch taken in for a called strike. Now Tyler Lux has put a strike up on the board, 3-1.
Yep, just try to battle back now. You fell behind 3-0, just got the infield drawn in, try to get him to hit a ground ball.
3-1 pitch, fastball on the inside corner. And now Tyler Lux has battled back into this at-bat, 3-2. Brennan Gick struck out his last time up as a 3-2 pitch is taken in for a called strike 3. And 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning.
Good fastball there right at the knees. Froze the batter. He knew he struck out, turned around, walked right back. As a couple of nice pitches there from Lux for back-to-back strikeouts. Now just 1 away from, finally getting in, just trying to fight back in this one and salvage maybe something from this game.
2 outs, top of the 6th. 3 runs in for the Hamilton Joes as they hold a 10-1 lead over the Southern Ohio Copperheads, as the batter is Brock Mathis. First pitch swing and fouls it straight back, 0-1. Mathis came in to replace Preston Miller earlier on in the game. Went in for defense in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Had his first at-bat in the 4th, had a double, and then doubled again. Takes a pitch outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. For Mathis, 2 for 2 in the ball game. Run scored and 1 RBI, batting .268 as he's at the plate right now. The 1-1 pitch from Tyler Lux bounces into Scott Combs. Puts the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Been a bunch of new faces for the Copperheads over the past couple days.
Especially out there on the mound. The 4 guys used that are brand new all in this series. So
just trying everybody out, seeing what they can do as the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. And now Tyler Lux has brought the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Just a strike away from ending the top of the 6th inning and bringing the Copperheads bats back to the plate.
yeah, when his breaking stuff has been pretty sharp at certain times.
2-2 fouled straight back. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's just when he's throwing it down in the middle of the plate, obviously any pitcher that does that can get punished. But when has thrown a couple sharp sliders, kept those batters off balance, that's something encouraging that you can work with, despite it not being the greatest outing for him so far.
2-2 pitch, taken on the inside corner, strike 3 called, and the side is retired. So the Hamilton Joes tack on 3 in the top of the 6th as they extend their lead. It's now 10-1 in favor of Hamilton. Copperheads come to the plate in the home half of the 6th inning when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Yi Xing Shao. Yi Xing Shao. New man on the mound for the Hamilton Joes here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Yi Xing Shao out of Canyon University in Taiwan. 5'9", 207 pounds. 10 innings pitched, a .7 ERA. As the Hamilton Joes have a 10-1 lead over the Southern Ohio Copperheads with Sebastian Fabic at the plate. First pitch swing, fouls it off towards the right side and out of play. 0-1. That 0-1 pitch to Sebastian Fabic, who is 2 for 2 in today's ball game. As the 0-1 pitch is delivered from Shao, misses outside, 1-1.
Yeah, Fabic kind of a bright spot in what's been a tough day for the Copperheads. He has 2 of their 4 hits so far, and this one was a strong start from Sammy Barnett.
1-1 pitch from Shao, misses high and inside, brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike now to Sebastian Fabic. Fabic singled, went around to third base, did not score in the first, and then was cut down on a double play in his last at-bat as the 2-1 is swung on and missed. Brings the count to 2-2.
I find interesting, Shao, one of 3 players, all of them pitchers from Taiwan on the Joes roster this summer, as we have seen Yun Chao pitch against us so far this year.
As a 2-2 pitch from Shao misses outside. Brings the count full to Sebastian Fabic, the leadoff batter in the bottom of the 6th inning. But Shaw's last outing came against the Richmond Jazz on July 7th. Went 2 2/3 as the pitch misses high and inside. Ball 4 issued to Sebastian Fabic. Leadoff man has reached base for the Copperheads, and now will bring up Reese Trahey. For Reese Trahey today, 0 for 2. Struck out looking and then grounded out into a double play in the 3rd inning. That was his last at bat. But Fabic on base with a walk. First walk allowed by Shao. 3rd walk allowed on the season as Trahey checks his swing, does not go around. It's for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. But for Sammy Barnett, his day is done. Barnett went 5 strong, allowed 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks and 8 strikeouts as the pitch misses to Reese Trahey, 2 balls and no strikes. And for Di-Shing Shao, last outing against the Jazz, allowed 1 run, 2 hits, gave up a walk and struck out 2 batters in 12 batters faced as the 2-0 pitch misses low and in the turf. To the batter, Reese Trahey, brings the count to 3 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, and that last outing's the only time this year he's allowed a run in an outing as sub-1 ERA at .7. It's been pretty effective out of the pen for the Joes so far this year.
6th relief appearance so far for the Joes as a 3-0 pitch is taken in for a called strike. 3-1. So 3-1 the count, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Trahey at the plate. Sebastian Fabic reached base with a walk. As the 3-1 pitch is swung on, ground ball hit hard at the first baseman, and he throws it over to second for 1, unable to have the transfer and relay over to first. It's a fielder's choice by Reese Trahey. And there's 1 away in the bottom of the 6th.
That's more tough luck for the Copperheads as Trey hit that one right on the button, but it was right at the first baseman, Mathis. He's able to throw on to second to get the lead runner, and would have been a tough turn as Shao had to cover the bag. He wasn't beating Trahey there. So they get the 1 out, but up 9 runs, you'll take all the outs you can get.
Now the first pitch to Zion Avery misses outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Now 1-0 the count. 1 down on first. Reese Trahey with the fielder's choice. As the 1-0, a pitch that looked a little bit high but bended right back into the strike zone from Shao. Brings count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1 from Shao is taken outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Zion Avery. Avery 1 for 2 on the day with a single in the first, responsible for the RBI in today's game. It also struck out to Sammy Barnett in the 3rd inning. 1-1 pitch, swung on and flat out towards the right side and out of play. Count is even at 2-2.
Yeah, the first fastball that Avery saw in the at-bat, his first 3 pitches from Shao, all breaking balls. So now see if he wants to go back to the breaking ball here or try to go back with another fastball to Avery.
2-2 pitch to Zion Avery, swung on and missed. Strike 3. First strikeout on the day by Yi-Shing Shao. And now there are 2 down in the bottom of the 6th.
We went back to that breaking ball, got Avery out in front of it. Kind of a big uppercut, a little bit there from Zion. Comes up empty. That's what you need to do if you're Shao. You're owning a 9-run lead. All you got to do is throw strikes. Let him put the ball in play or strike him out, however it works.
First pitch to Carter Cross at the plate, misses low and away for ball 1. Carter Cross, 2 strikeouts on the day, 1 swinging, 1 looking. As Shao, the 1-0 pitch is swung on and lifted high in the infield. Ranging back is the shortstop, Thomason. He makes the catch over his head for the 3rd and final out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Copperheads trailing 10-1 as we head towards the final 3 innings in today's ball game. We'll throw it over to Joey Medore as we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hardworking boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. See us celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Well, Lux staying on for his third inning in relief out of the bullpen as his first pitch of the inning comes in for a called strike. 0-1 to Zachary Beadle, a pinch hitter, as he swings at the 0-1 pitch, grounds a foul down the third baseline. And Lux quickly ahead in the count, 0-2, as it was Lane Good who started the ball game. He gave up 8 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks, and a strikeout in 4 innings of work. Lux so far has pitched 2 innings. As the 0-2 pitch called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Beadle strikes out in his pinch hit appearance. 1 away now here in the top of the 7th.
Just a nice pitch from Tyler Lux. Gets him looking. Gets the first out.
Makes quick work of Beadle. Did Lux. As now that's strikeout number 5 for Tyler Lux in relief, as now the first pitch into Avery Janning is grounded out towards shortstop Daniel Cruz. Throw on to first is dug out by Zion Avery to record the out. So 4 pitches, 2 outs now in the top of the 7th. As the Joes are clinging to a 9-run lead, and the Copperheads are threatening to drop 2 or 3 to the Joes for the second time this season, or excuse me, they would drop 2 or 3 this time. They got swept the first time the teams played, and they would fall to 1-5 against them overall. This is the last time these two teams will face in the regular season this year. Could potentially see each other later on in the postseason. First pitch is popped up to Daniel Cruz. That's short. He camps under it. He will make the catch a couple steps into the center field grass, and a quick inning there for Tyler Lux. Throws 5 pitches, gets 3 outs, heading to the bottom of the 7th. Copperheads got some work to do with the bats, down by 9 here at Bob Run Stadium. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-5.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Scott Combs, the catcher, leading off this inning for the Copperheads, trying to get something going. Spark a rally as they trail by 9 here in the bottom of the 7th. Another new pitcher for the Hamilton Joes, third man to take the mound, Kurt Lang, number 35. As Lang is 0-2 on the year with a 3.76 ERA. His first pitch to Scott Combs, swung on and chopped out towards short. A sliding stop by the shortstop, but it bounces off the heel of his glove, and Scott Combs will reach first base. Should be an infield single to lead off the bottom of the 7th. So a runner on first for Ty Crittenberger.
Well, Scott Combs with the bat on the ball. Got in a place where he could leg out an infield single, and you're going to have to do anything you can try to do. Try to get back into today's ball game.
Well, this is Lang's 8th appearance on the year, 7th in relief, 13 innings pitched for him. First pitch into Crittenberger, misses up high for a ball, 1-0. He's allowed 17 hits on the year, 10 strikeouts, 8 walks. As the 1-0 pitch now into Ty Crittenberger, swung on a foul out of play over the first base dugout. Be a 1-1 count to Crittenberger. As Crittenberger 1 for 2 on the day. He had a double back in the second inning in his first at-bat, then struck out his last time up. 1-1 pitch into Crittenberger, misses up outside and high for a ball. 2-1 the count now. As it is a 10-1 lead for the Joes, looking to take 2 of 3 from the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and if they did so, they would jump up to first place in the GLSCL South Division as 2-1 pitch misses up high for a ball. 3-1 now to Crittenberger. As Cincinnati Steam lost to the Xenia Scouts 4-3 earlier tonight. 3-1 pitch into Crittenberger, swung on and popped up into shallow right field, ranging back as the second baseman Orn. He will misplace it, or mishandle it, and the ball falls in. Now to throw into second, gets away, and Scott Combs will be safe as he was only halfway, as that will for sure be an error on the second baseman, either on the throw or the drop, perhaps both.
Perhaps both. I think for Ty Crittenberger, he'll prefer it'll be just on the throw instead of the drop, because then it would be a single for him. But the throw just way offline. And Copperheads finally have something go their way today.
Well, it looks like they're, for now, just giving it a hit to Ty Crittenberger. Now an error is added on the board, but it must have been on the throw. Trying to throw out Scott Combs, who was off first base. Of course, had to wait up. As now Daniel Cruz is up. First pitch into him, a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Copperheads have their first 2 base runners on here with a couple of singles. They got a lot of work to do, down by 9 runs with only 9 outs left to work with. The 0-1 pitch into Daniel Cruz, a breaking ball, misses outside for a ball, 1-1. As Cruz on the day is 0 for 1, drew a walk in his first plate appearance. Then was retired his last time up. 1-1 count from Lang into Cruz. Swung on a foul away over top the press box. He'll be down in the count now, 1-2. As it was about a 90-minute delay to this game. The first one was an hour due to lightning in the area. Then a little bit of rain came through, delaying the game 30 more minutes. So it was an 8:30 start time when it was supposed to be 7. As 1-2 pitch into Daniel Cruz, breaking ball taken inside for a ball, evens up the count at 2 to Cruz. As in game 1 of this series at Hamilton, the Copperheads took a 6-1 victory on a great pitching performance from Jack Bennett. That's 2-2 pitch into Cruz, bounces in and gets away from the catcher. Moving up is Scott Combs and Ty Crittenberger. Count will run full to Daniel Cruz. Runners move up into scoring position now with nobody out.
Well, it looked like that last pitch was a little bit harder than every previous pitch before by Lang. And Lang just kind of overthrew it, threw it down to the turf, and couldn't block it. Catcher couldn't block it.
So Cruz could work his second walk here if he sees ball 4. Second walk of the ball game. Full count pitch from Lang into him is swung on and fouled off over the first base dugout. Cruz will see another pitch in this at-bat. As 2 runners in scoring position now for Cruz, who's second on the team in RBIs with 18, only trailing Sebastian Fabic. Full count pitch home again to Cruz. He swings right through the fastball for the first out of the inning, strike 3. Cruz is retired. Lineup turns over now to Lucas Nasanti.
Well, tough strikeout there for the Copperheads. I know I mentioned it a little bit earlier on in the season how manager Austin Dunphy challenged his players to try and cut down on the strikeouts. They're averaging about a strikeout per inning. And today's ball game, Copperheads have been struck out 10 times.
First pitch in Nasanti misses high and outside for a ball, 1-0. Sammy Barnett, the starting pitcher, struck out 8 in just 5 innings, allowing 4 hits, a run. It was earned, a couple of walks. As Nasanti fouls the 1-0 pitch back into the catcher, evens up the count at 1. As now in the ball game at catcher, he replaced Marshall Rich as Zach Wilson at a Northern Kentucky University. As count is 1-1 now to Nasanti, who's on the day is 0 for 2. He also walked and came around to score the only run for the Copperheads so far, as a 1-1 pitch, the breaking ball taken for a strike to Nasanti. 1-2 the count now. As Nasanti trying to pick up a base hit and put a bit of a dent into this lead. Copperheads trail by 9. 2 runners in scoring position with 1 away. 1-2 pitch to Nasanti, swung on and missed, strike 3. It was a breaking ball. Nasanti out in front of it. And after the Copperheads get 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out, back-to-back punch-outs, and now we'll take a base hit for Zach Iverson to keep the inning alive.
Oh, Copperheads, they had a great position, had runners on base, tried to get something going on the back-to-back hits from Combs and Crittenberger, but 2 strikeouts kind of kills the rally.
Well, Zach Iverson is 0 for 3 on the day with a couple of punch-outs, and he will be stuck with the task of keeping the inning alive. First pitch breaking ball comes in at the knees for a strike. 0-1 the count now to Iverson. That's a long look in from Lang. Now the 0-1 pitch into Iverson is in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Wilson to keep Scott Combs over at third base. Count is even at 1 now to Iverson. As Iverson slated the pitch for the Copperheads tomorrow, as they'll take on the Xenia Scouts here at Bob Wren Stadium at 7:05. 1-1 pitch home to Iverson, swung on and fouled back into the screen, right on it, but just couldn't keep it fair. 1-2 the count now.
The ball was a little bit high and inside. Iverson tried to get it. Timing's right there, but swung right under it.
So Lang trying to punch out the side here in order after allowing the first 2 Copperheads he faced to reach base on singles. Here comes a 1-2 home to Iverson, and swung on and missed in the dirt for strike 3, blocked by the catcher Wilson. Applies a tag to Zach Iverson, and the side will be retired in the bottom of the 7th, as Copperheads are once again held scoreless as they scored their only run in the ball game back in the first inning. Blanked ever since. It's still a 10-1 Joe's lead as we head into the top of the 8th here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Well, Tyler Lux in for his fourth inning in relief for the Copperheads, and this one is his first pitch is swung on and popped up in the infield. Looks like the first baseman, Zion Avery, will call it. He squeezed it with two hands. One pitch, one out for Tyler Lux. Starting to settle in a little bit here as he took him just 5 pitches to retire to the side back in the 7th inning. Now 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 8th inning.
Well, definitely encouraging to see. Lux settling in. Again, pitching, it's worn thin this season. Pitching has gotten us to this point. Got the Copperheads, and just a half game out.
First pitch into Zach Orn is taken for a called strike, 0-1.
Well, if Tyler Lux can come through for the Copperheads later on in the season, things will look good.
As Orn was a pinch hitter earlier in the ballgame, the 0-1 pitch misses just outside for a ball, evens up the count at 1. But in Orn's only plate appearance in the ballgame was an RBI single. Jump his average up to 268 on the year. As a 1-1 pitch misses outside for a ball. 2-1, it was Orn's 12th RBI on the season for the Joes. As here comes 2-1 pitch home to Orn, swings and fouls it back into the screen. Count even at 2-2. As Orn came in relief for another man making his Copperheads debut, Lane Good. 2-2 pitch into Zach Orn, swung on and lined out into shallow left field. That will fall in front of Carter Cross for a single. So Orn 2 for 2 ever since entering the ball game. He's on first now with 1 away here in the top of the 8th. But just talking about, it was Lane Good making his Copperheads debut. Went 4 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, all of them being earned, 4 walks and a strikeout. And now Tyler Lux in relief, also making his Copperheads debut. He's now gone 3 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. A walk and 5 strikeouts. Trying to get the Copperheads through this game without burning through any more pitchers. As the first pitch runs inside to Cole Revels and hits the barrel, or excuse me, the knob of his bat, as it looked like it might have hit him. But Pat J. Atkins rules, hits the knob of the bat. 0-1 will be the count now.
Yeah, perfect pitch that just ran right inside and hit that nub.
So Lux will look for the double play ball to try to get out of this inning, give the Copperheads some kind of chance to battle back in this one. Just 6 outs to work with. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball comes in at the knees for a strike. So now Cole Revels down in the count 0-2 as Revels on the season batting just 160 in 50 at-bats, 8 hits, 5 RBIs, 6 walks, 17 strikeouts. 0-2 pitch home, misses high and outside for a ball. 1-2 the count now. As this was the rubber match here at Bob Redden of this series. Today, Copperheads took game 1, 6-1. Joes answered with a strong 9-0 victory last night and looking just as strong today, up 10-1 now as 1-2 pitch comes in just below the knees of Cole Revels, called a ball, 2-2. As leading off first is Zach Orn. Here comes a 2-2 pitch home to Revels. Called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Lux rings up yet another batter. His 6th strikeout in this one. 2 outs now in the top of the 8th as the lineup turns over for the Joes.
Now batting for the Joes.
Yeah, just a nice pitch by Tyler Lux. He's racking up the strikeouts the longer he stays into today's ball game. Just been looking solid over the last 2 innings.
Well, now it's Zach Wilson getting his 2nd plate appearance. He replaced the starting catcher Marshall Rich. First pitch into him, misses up high for a ball, 1-0. As only 3 of the original starters, Brennan Gick, Avery Janning, and Ryan Thompson, are still in the ball game for the Joes as they've rolled out the bench up by 9 here as the 1-0 pitch comes in at the knees of Zach Wilson for a strike. 1-1 in the count now. As the runner leads off first with two away here at the top of the 8th. 10-1 score for the Copperheads as 1-1 pitch. Ugly swing there from Wilson. Now a throw down the first, trying to get the runner Orn out. He dives back in safely, but a nice breaking ball there from Lux gets Wilson off balance. 1-2 the count to him now. As Lux trying to get through the 4th inning of relief. 1-2 pitch, bounces in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Scott Combs, evens up the count at 2.
Not a bad idea, trying to get Wilson out in front, trying to swing at the ball in the dirt.
2-2 home is swung on and popped up high into the infield. Looked like it will be Reese Trahey, the second baseman, who will make the catch. He takes a few steps to his left and squeezes it for the final out of the 8th inning. As Rebels now gets, Lux gets through his 4th inning of relief here at Bob Run Stadium, heading to the bottom of the 8th. Copperheads only 6 outs left to work with, trailing by 9 to the Hamilton Joes here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is so much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, Sebastian Fabic is one of the only bright spots in just a rough game for the Copperheads so far, as they're trailing 10-1 to the Hamilton Joes, risking dropping 2 of 3 to the Joes. As first pitch into Fabic from Kurt Lang is swung on and missed. 0-1 the count now. Fabic 2 for 2 with a couple of singles and a walk. So far in the ball game, he's responsible for 2 of the 6 Copperheads hits. As the 0-1 pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-2 the count now to Fabic. As Fabic came into the ball game second in the league in average, and he should stay put as he averaged up to 386 now as the 0-2 pitch misses up and outside for a ball. 1-2 now.
I'm just amazed that Fabic is not number one. I mean, he's 1 hit away from 50 hits this season. Yes, he is batting around 380.
Well, he has a significant more number of at-bats than the person in front of him right now. As the 1-2 pitch is taken in the dirt by Fabic, checked down to first on the check swing. No swing ruled by Bryce McCullough, 2-2.
But for as well as he's hit all season long, he's never been the number one batter unless you take out those at-bats.
He's also never won Player of the Week. so far in the season.
That's stunning.
Arguably probably the most consistent hitter in the league. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Fabric retired for the first out in the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be Reese Trahey due up next, but you mentioned, I mean, it's just kind of crazy to think about that. A guy who's been up towards the top in batting average all season long has yet to get the nod as Player of the Week. Of course, he did get the All-Star selection. He will be starting in the All-Star game representing the South Division of the GLSCL. But moving on, Reese Trahey 0 for 3 on the day with strikeout. First pitch into him. Comes in at the knees for a strike. 0-1 the count now. As Trahey's average has dropped down to 268 now on the season as he calls time behind home plate. But Kurt Lang, third pitcher on the mound for the Joes in this one. In his second inning of relief, the 0-1 pitch into Trahey is roped down the line in right field. Now will get all the way down into the corner, being sent to second base is Reese Trahey. He shall pull in no problem. It will be a stand-up double for Reese Trahey with 1 out here in the 8th inning. His first hit of the ball game. Copperheads have a runner in scoring position now with 1 away.
Well, for Reese Trahey, that's exactly what his swing does. It's a hard hit ball towards the right side. He's a pull hitter for Trahey, and when he pulls it, he really hits it hard, and that was about the hardest hit ball hit all day. So for Reese Trahey, good sign from him. Gets a double.
Now, of course, these at-bats all count for these guys' numbers despite being down by 9. They want to keep the stats up. It will be Zion Avery up next. 1 for 3 on the day. Has the only RBI for the Copperheads as he swings and hits that one fairly deep out in the right field, but it looks like Ryan Thompson has it lined up. He'll make the catch. Reese Trahey will tag up, head over to third. The Joes aren't too worried about that runner out there at third now. 2 away in the inning. It'll be Carter Cross looking to pick up his first base hit in this at-bat. He's 0 for 3 on the day.
If Zion Avery had this game been a little bit closer, would have been a nice at-bat for him. Moving over the runner towards third. However, down by 9 doesn't really help anybody.
So Carter Cross, just mentioned, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Swings at the first pitch from Lang, fouls it back behind home plate, down in the count 0-1. As the Copperheads came in to this series after winning back-to-back game against Steam, as the 0-1 pitch misses in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Wilson. Staying at third is Trahey, 1-1. But they took a couple of games from the Cincinnati Steam. Coming in, then won game 1 against the Joes, now in risk of losing back-to-back ball games, as they did that on Thursday and Friday last week, 1 against the Xenia Scouts and 1 against the Cincinnati Steam. As the 1-1 pitch into Carter Cross misses outside for a ball, 2-1. As a 2-1 pitch coming in from Lang. Carter Cross trying to give the Copperheads another run, but that pitch misses low for a ball. 3-1 the count. Now Carter Cross will look for a pitch to drive here in this situation. Reese Trahey leading off third base. He had a double. 3-1 pitch. Catch the outside corner for a strike. Runs the count full to Carter Cross now.
While this run might mean nothing in the overall scheme of things in today's ball game, it still made a little bit of pride for the Copperheads trying to get another run in.
Full count pitch home to Carter Cross. Breaking ball misses just outside to draw the walk. So Carter Cross reaches base for the first time in the ball game. Runners at the corners now with 2 outs. Scott Combs, the catcher, due up next.
Close pitch, good eye taken by Carter Cross. And Combs, who has a base hit today, the all-star for the Copperheads, will try to get the run in.
Well, tough to keep a catcher batting .318 out of the all-star game, as Scott Combs has been pretty consistent all season long for the Copperheads. First pitch into him, misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Although he's not the starting catcher, listed as an alternate, but huge to be selected as these guys trying to make the all-star game, get the scouts' eyes on him. 1-0 pitch, Scott Combs swung on and fouled up and over top the press box, out of play. 1-1 now. to the Copperheads backstop. Of course, talking to him yesterday, he talked about how exciting it would be to bring back-to-back titles here to Athens if the Copperheads are able to make a run at it again and go all the way. As 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, catches the outside corner for his strike 1-2.
Well, everything is right in front of the Copperheads. Nothing has been out of reach this season for them. You know, the 4-8 start, but they battle back all the way into the division and just have to keep on battling.
1-2 and it comes. Another breaking ball. This one misses in the dirt. 2-2.
The Copperheads cleaned up shop when they went up north, took care of the North Division, put themselves in a position now where they can still be back-to-back champions and try to defend their title.
Well, they came into the ball game only a half game out of first. The 2-2 pitch is a safety swing there from Scott Combs, but he goes around strike 3 on the swing, ruled by Pat J. Atkins, the home plate umpire, and that will retire the side in the 8th inning. So we head to the top of the 9th. Copperheads trailing the Joes by 9 runs. 10-1 score here at Bob Wrenn Stadium on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Rocky Brands is so much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Well, manager Austin Dunphy is not wasting any time rolling out his new pitchers. Here in tonight's ball game will be a third pitcher on the mound for the Copperheads and another one of the new additions, Mason Sousley, as he hails from the same college that the starter in tonight's game, Lane Good, did. First pitch from Sousley gets a swing and a miss. From the Joes, leadoff batter Brennan Gick. Gick is 2 for 5 on the day with 2 runs scored, a couple of strikeouts as well. As Sousley just trying to get through this 9th inning here for the Copperheads as the 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled over top the press box out of play. 0-2 the count now. As coming set as Sousley has Gick down in the count 0-2. He'll deliver the 0-2 pitch, swung on and fouled away over top the third base dugout while out of play. Count remains 0-2. But for the Joes, it's been 10 runs on 14 hits and an error. Copperheads have a run on 7 hits and 2 errors. As the 0-2 pitch home is breaking ball, misses low. Be a 1-2 count now to Brennan Gick. But Sousley trying to record his first out as Copperheads pitcher. 1-2 pitch misses upstairs for a ball. 2-2 the count now. As Copperheads struggled these past 2 ball games as the Joes have outscored them now 19-1. Yesterday in today's ball game. 2-2 pitch misses low for a ball that will run the count full to Brennan Gick.
Well, started out strong, got the 2 strikes, but 3 balls will show Mason Sousley has in his plate.
Full count pitch home into Gick, grounded towards Zion Avery at first base. He fields it cleanly. Will take it to the bag himself. And Mason Sousley comes in, retires the first Joe's batter. He faces one away now in this top of the 9th inning.
Well, Sousley looks strong. He's got a big frame. We'll see what kind of power he can generate. We'll ask the analytics guys what he's topping out at. But whoever's coming in to help the Copperheads win.
Well, with that, Brock Mathis will come in. He replaced an injured Preston Miller early on in the ball game. First pitch into him, misses upstairs for a ball, 1-0. But Mathis coming to the ball game has 2 hits, both of them being doubles and 3 at-bats. Scored a run, has an RBI. The 1-0 pitch home into him is swung on and chopped foul down the third base line. Evens up the count at 1. But the Joes, it's looking like they're going to pull out the victory and pull into first place in the GLSCL standings as both teams came into the ball game just a half game back of the Licking County Settlers and the Cincinnati Steam. Settlers did not play tonight, and the Steam lost to the Xenia Scouts. So the 1-1 pitch home to Mathis, misses up high for a ball, 2-1. But the Joes, with a 9-run lead in the 9th inning, have to assume they're going to overtake first place. 2-1 pitch home, misses up high and inside for a ball, runs the count 3-1 now to Brock Mathis.
Well, Hamilton Joes caught fire earlier on in the season. They swept the Copperheads, found themselves in first, then going into the interdivision play. Kind of lost it a little bit, but have now stormed right back in.
3-1 pitch misses low and outside for a ball. It'll be a walk to Brock Mathis. There'll be a runner on first base now with 1 away. So Brock Mathis draws his first walk of the ball game. Will bring up Zach Beadle. He's seen 1 plate appearance so far and was struck out, as he was one of 6 strikeouts for Tyler Lux, who pitched 4 innings in relief. First pitch into Beadle, lined out into right center field. Coming in is Ty Crittenberger. He will make the catch. So it takes 1 pitch to retire Zach Beadle, and 2 outs now here in the top of the 9th inning. Runner staying at first base.
Well, so far so good for Mason Sousley. You know, getting the 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. It's come in. Besides the walk, he's thrown in a couple strikes.
So Sousley trying to get through his first inning in the Copperhead uniform scoreless. First pitch into Avery Janning, misses inside for a ball, 1-0. Janning, one of the 3 Joes still remaining that was a part of the starting lineup, along with Brennan Gick and Ryan Thompson. A lot of substitutions being used late in the ball game. 1-0 pitch to Janning. Gets the outside part of the plate for a strike. 1-1 as Janning on the day is 1 for 4 with a couple of runs scored, a couple of RBIs, and a walk. As a 1-1 pitch home, misses outside and low for a ball. 2-1. The count now to Avery Janning. As Joes lead at 10-1 here over the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Here comes the 2-1 home to Avery Janning. Swing and hits it deep out into left field. Going back is Carter Cross, and he will have to look up. It gets over the wall for a homer. As Sousley leaves that one over the heart of the plate, and Avery Janning didn't miss it, crushes it out to left field for a home run. Add 2 more to the board. 12-1 Joes now in this top of the 9th inning.
That ball was just smoked by Avery Janning, jumped all over the pitch from Sousley. He just crushed it.
Well, for Janning, that's his second home run of the year, RBIs. 16 and 17. As he's having a big day. Now has 4 RBIs in the ball game. Ryan Thompson will come up next. As Sousley will have to settle down. Only has one more out to get here in this 9th inning. Pitch into Ryan Thompson is swung on a check swing foul ball over towards the third base dugout. 0-1 the count now to Thompson. But Sousley gives up the long ball in his first inning with the team this summer as the 0-1 pitch misses up high for a ball. 1-1 the count now. As Copperheads have used 3 pitchers in this game, all of them being new guys that have just joined the team within the past couple days. The 1-1 pitch into Thompson, swung on a foul back off the mask of Scott Combs. He shakes it off pretty easily, no hurt. 1-2 the count now to Thompson. So Sousley comes set, looking to retire the side in this 9th inning. 1-2 pitch will miss up high and inside to Ryan Thompson. Runs the count even at 2-2.
The Copperheads, in the grand scheme of things, just more likely than not, today's ball game will go down as a loss. Just have to keep on battling back. We have the Xenia Scouts coming in for a 3-game series after this. Took 2 or 3 from the Scouts earlier on.
2-2 pitch into Thompson, misses up and away for a ball, so it'll be a full count issued to Ryan Thompson. Second one by Sousley this inning. Yes.
You did pick up 1 win against the Hamilton Joes, 1 win that you didn't have before.
That's full count pitch, swung on a hit out in the shallow right field. Ty Krinberger will come running in and squeeze it with 2 hands to retire the side in the 9th inning. Not before 2 more runs were added on the Avery Janning 2-run homer to push the lead out to 11. 12-1 Joes. Copperheads have 1 more chance to battle back here. 3 outs to work with in the bottom of the 9th here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. See us celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.schneiderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's, located off of Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood, Ohio Realty, will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give them a call at 594-8385.
Ty Krinberger from Pompano, Florida. You're listening to Ched's Media.
Well, the Joes are just 3 outs away here at Bob Wren Stadium from taking 2 of 3 from the Copperheads and pulling in the first place in the South Division of the GLSCL. It's a 12-1 score between these two teams. Ty Krinberger leads it off. New man on the mound for the Hamilton Joes, Yoon Chow out of Taiwan. 1-0 on the year with a 4.81 ERA and 11 games pitched. 11 appearances, I should say. 16 innings pitched, 22 hits, 10 strikeouts, 9 walks. He's faced the Copperheads a few times this year. As the last time he has, it was back on July 9th. He pitched 2 scoreless innings. First pitch into Ty Krinberger, misses outside for a ball, 1-0. But he pitched 2 innings on July 9th. Gave up no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 errors, facing 8 batters. As 1-0 home into Krinberger, misses outside for a ball, 2-0. Chow, one of those side-arming pitchers. Chow comes set. Here comes the 2-0 pitch into Ty Krinberger. Again, misses outside for a ball. He's missed outside in all 3 of his first pitches. As they'll try to find the zone. Krinberger is 2 for 3 on the day with a double and a single. Trying to get something started here in this 9th inning for the Copperheads as they trail it by 11. Here comes the 3-0 home into Ty Krinberger. Again, miss outside for a ball. 4 straight misses for Chow. None of them really close either. Krinberger's on base with the walk to lead off the 9th inning for Daniel Cruz, due up next.
Well, when you're up by 11 runs, that's exactly not what you want your relief pitcher to do. Come in and walk the first batter they see. Just come in, throw in strikes, and try and make the Copperheads put the ball in play.
So now it'll be Daniel Cruz, 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. In the ball game is Cruz. As first pitch into him, will miss just a bit inside for a ball. 1-0, 5 straight balls thrown by Yoon Chow so far out of the pen. So he's the 4th pitcher for the Joes to take the mound in this one. It was Sammy Barnett who got the start. He went 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run that was earned. 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. 1-0 into Daniel Cruz. Swung on and chopped in between the hole between third and short and out into left field for a base hit. Rounding second, heading for third is Ty Krinberger. The throw will be offline. Daniel Cruz heads up. Will head over to second base, so it'll be a single. He advances to second on the throw to third. 2 runners in scoring position now for the Copperheads with nobody out here in this bottom of the 9th.
Mean a lot for the Copperheads to come in and battle. Score 11 runs, that's a tall task. But to just bring this game a little bit closer, keep the pride up, keep the confidence up, and go into the Xenia Scouts trying to put something together.
So now it'll be the leadoff man, Lucas Nasanti. As he's 0 for 3 on the day, average has dropped down to 3.01. But he has the potential to pick up a couple RBIs. First pitch into him, misses inside for a ball, 1-0. So he bends out of the way of it. But Nasanti has scored the only run for the Copperheads so far. He drew a walk back in the bottom of the 1st inning and came around to score on a Zion Avery RBI single, the only run the Copperheads have mustered in this game. But that 1-0 pitch runs inside into Nasanti, and it will hit him. He'll throw the bat down as well as the guard and take a trot down to first base. Copperheads load the bases here in this 9th inning with nobody out.
Now batting for the Copperheads from Michigan State.
Well, Zach Iverson,
The third baseman.
he'll stand in there with bases loaded and we'll just try to do a job. When you're down by 11, you got to keep the train rolling. Try not to make an out. Got to get a couple more runs before you get an out.
Well, Zach Iverson is trying to avoid the golden sombrero in this at-bat. He's 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts so far, but a chance to add on to his RBI total of 12 on the year. With the bases loaded, nobody out. Swings the first pitch, lines it hard but foul. And out of play down the left field line. 0-1 the count now to Zach Iverson. Mentioned a little bit ago, Iverson slated to start tomorrow against the Xenia Scouts. Here comes the 0-1 home to Iverson, who will miss outside for a ball, even up the count at 1. As Ty Krittenberger led off the inning with a walk. It was followed by a Daniel Cruz single. And then Lucas Nasanti was hit by a pitch. That's how the 3 base runners got where they are. Here comes the 1-1 home from Chow into Iverson again. Swings and hits it hard, but hooks foul down the left field line. Iverson down in the count 1-2.
And a couple hard hit balls by Iverson, just a little bit late on him.
Well, Chow trying to get his first out of this 9th inning. Here comes the 1-2 from the side armor. Misses way outside for a ball. Evens up the count at 2. Easy take there for Iverson. As now Chow wants a new ball. He throws it into the catcher, Wilson. He'll get a new ball from home plate umpire Pat J. Atkins. As we're approaching 3 hours of game time here in this one. Game started at 8:30 due to a couple of delays due to lightning and rain. Here comes 2-2 pitch into Zach Iverson. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Slow roller fielded by the second baseman. Orn throw on to first in time to retire Zach Iverson. He'll get an RBI on the ground out. Ty Krittenberger comes in to score. Runners move to second and third. 1 away. 12-2 the score now for the Copperheads.
Gets the job done, but it's a little bit too early to start trading runs for outs. Run out of outs before you get 10 more runs.
That's a 12-2 score now. Sebastian Fabic, perhaps the guy you want up in this situation. Team leader in RBIs at 29. First pitch into him from Chow will be swung on and fouled away over the first base dugout. Not a play. 0-1 to Fabic, who has a pair of base knocks in this game, 2 for 3. Has also walked and struck out. As Iverson gets an RBI, his 13th on the year on the ground out. Here comes the 0-1 pitch into Iverson. It will run inside. He'll have to step out of the way of it to avoid getting hit. It'll even up the count at 1. But that's the Copperheads' first run scored since all the way back in the first inning, when it was a bit of a closer ball game, 3-1 back then, but the Joes just kept pouring it on. Led as much as 12-1 as the 1-1 pitch to Fabic misses high and outside for a ball, 2-1.
I'll always go back to what Fabic said entering the bus when we were leaving Hamilton. He said he has a tough time seeing sidearm pitching. So he gets another opportunity here to try to improve his craft on trying to hit a sidearmer.
Here comes a 2-1 into Fabic. Swung on and lined out towards second. It is down, picked by the second baseman, Zach Orn. And on the throw, gets away from the first baseman, Brock Mathis. And that will equate 2 runs to Sebastian Fabic. Will get to go to second base. He'll get 1 RBI, as Nasanti was coming in to score on the ground ball anyway. But a bad throw from Zach Orn gets into the dugout, so 2 runs coming to score. It's now 12-4. Fabic stands out on second base with 1 out.
Well, you put the ball in play, you never know what can happen. Ball was fielded cleanly by the second baseman. Orn just did not have a perfect throw. Ball bounced, and then it bounced all the way into the dugout.
So now an even 30 RBIs for Sebastian Fabic on the year. He stands out on second. Here comes the first pitch into Reese Trahey. He'll take it for a called strike at the knees, 0-1. As Reese Trahey on the day, 1 for 4. Roped a double in his last at-bat for his sole hit of the game. Here comes the 0-1 into him. Swung on and grounded out towards Orn at second base. He fields it cleanly. Makes the throw in time to retire Trahey for the second out of the inning. Moving up to third is Sebastian Fabic, but 2 outs now, as will be Zion Avery trying to keep the ball game alive.
Yeah, Avery just has to work a walk or a base hit. Just keeps on going. Copperheads putting up 3 here. Most runs that they've scored in the past, 2 days. They were blanked yesterday. Most runs they've scored in the game.
Well, Zion on the day is 1 for 4, had an RBI single back in the first inning. First pitch into him is swung on and nubbed foul behind home plate. 0-1 will be the count now. That's Joe's just an out away from claiming 2 of 3 from the Copperheads and going 5-1 overall against them this season, and pulling in the first place in the GLSCL South Division standings. Here comes the 0-1 in the Zion Avery. He'll run inside. He has to duck out of the way of it, and it'll be a ball. Evens up the count at 1.
No, second straight batter now where there's a ball just kind of at the legs. It was Sebastian Fabic and then Zion Avery. But Chow just not seeing, or not having the correct grip on the ball, just not feeling it right now.
Well, he did hit Lucas Nasanti earlier on in the inning. Nasanti came around to score one of the 3 runs already plated by the Copperheads this inning. As 1-1 pitch, a big rip from Zion Avery, but he comes up empty. 1-2 the count now.
Avery will not be cheated at the plate. He will get his big hack in there.
Well, he was trying to add 2 more to the Copperheads scoreline in this one as they trail at 12-4 here. 1-2 count coming with a runner on third. 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Yoon Chow gets the sign from the catcher, Zach Wilson. Now he comes set, and he will come home. Here comes the 1-2 pitch into Zion Avery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The Hamilton Joes, after dropping game 1 at home to the Copperheads, come into Bob Wren Stadium and beat up on the Copperheads with a 9-0 victory and then a 12-4 victory here tonight to claim first place in the GLSCL South Division.
It's just been a rough past couple days for the Copperheads. You know, blanked in yesterday's game 9-0, then to lose here by 8 runs, 12-4. You know, definitely not the homestand that they were hoping for against the Hamilton Joes after taking game 1 of this series. But just keeping things in perspective, everything is still right there in front of them. Yes, you lose 2 games here, but you have the Xenia Scouts, who you won a series against earlier on, not too far ago. So take the pitching, take the batting, forget about the last 2 days, head to Xenia, or Xenia will come to Athens, and just take it to them.
Well, the winning pitcher will be Sammy Barnett as he goes 5 strong, striking out 8, only allowing 1 run on 4 hits. Losing pitcher in his first outing with the team, Lane Good, goes 4 innings, giving up 7 runs, all of them earned on 8 hits, 1 strikeout in his first outing with the team. But Joes come in, do what they have to do against the Copperheads. They take 2 out of 3 here at Bob Wren Stadium to pull into first place in the South Division of the GLSCL. When we return here on the Copperheads Media Network, we'll have the post-game show for Connor Mills. I'm Joey Medor signing off this broadcast. We'll see you in the post-game here on the Copperheads Media Network.
Welcome back to the Southern Ohio Copperheads post-game show. As always, joined by the manager, Austin Dunphy. And, Coach, you had a couple new guys coming onto the mounds. Pitching has been one of the parts of the lineup where you don't have a whole lot of pitchers. You can't do a whole lot of things. You have to leave these guys in there. What does it mean that you're getting a couple new guys in, especially this late in the season?
Man, it helped us a lot. Sitting at the house on Monday evening on our off day, found out 2 of our pitchers who were supposed to start for us Wednesday and Thursday let me know that they weren't coming. So we were in a pretty tough spot. We had to scramble around and try and get as many arms in a very little period of time. Man, sitting there Monday, I didn't think we were going to have a game today. So the fact that those guys showed up and helped us out, it was huge for us moving forward. We're still in a good spot to make a run at the first spot in the GLSCL. But, man, those guys got into town today. One kid drove from Kansas, got here at 2 o'clock this morning. Tyler, who pitched second, and then our starter and Mason, who closed it out there. Both of them came down from Michigan today. So all three of those guys got in today. We got another guy that came in about 6:30 this afternoon. Got a guy in yesterday. So we had a handful of guys come in. It's just getting their feet wet and getting them acclimated to the caliber of baseball that we play here in the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League.
The pitching for the Hamilton Joes kind of held your bats quiet. I know you issued the challenge earlier on in the season to strike out less and just put the ball in play more. Is that still the mindset moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely. Striking out does nothing for your offense. You're not making them make any plays. You're not giving yourself a chance. So it does zero for the plan you have to attack them and get runs on the board. And it limits our big hits in key situations, especially with runners in scoring position, and we strike out. That's something that we still need to work on, but man, it just doesn't give us a chance to win a ball game if we're striking out with guys getting around second base and third base. There's an old saying, get them on, get them over, get them in. But if you get a strikeout in the middle of that process, you kind of shut that thing down right there. So it's something we're going to have to keep working on moving forward. But these guys are good ball players, and they'll get that stuff figured out. It's just refocusing tomorrow with Iverson on the mound, who's been, in my opinion, the best pitcher in the league all summer long. So we got a real shot to go back at Xenia again and take another ball game tomorrow.
All right, well, Coach, best of luck tomorrow.
Thank
Appreciate you being here, as always. And we'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Well, we're joined here by a couple of other interns, as Logan LeDuc was the team's broadcaster last year. But coming on, Dan Inman Electric player of the game was Sebastian Fabic. He went 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. In the Copperheads, 12-4 losses. Connor, not always lost for the Copperheads. They're still in good standing in the standings, as they only trail a game and a half back of the Hamilton Joes. Still 8 ball games left to play this season.
Yeah, just a game and a half back. It's going to be the Joes, the Copperheads, the Steam, and the Licking County Settlers all battling out as we go towards the final stretch of the GLSCL regular season. They need to be top 3 to get in there. Copperheads, with Zach Iverson on the mound tomorrow. They've still got a quality pitchers coming in through. A bunch of the new guys. We talked to Austin Dunphy a little bit before this. He said we had even a new guy just coming in at 6:30. So people are still rolling in. Pitching is still coming in, which is a good sign for the Copperheads. They just have to mesh together, get everything together, and figure it out before the 23rd comes.
I didn't even know Tyler was back there. He's one of our writers. Make sure you check him out on the Copperheads website. Logan LeDuc, PA, this year, does a solid job at that, I suppose. I mean, we hear you sometimes, and I think I correct you on the air sometimes, honestly. But a 12-4 loss here at Bob Wrenn Stadium. Copperheads drop 2-3 to the Hamilton Joes. As we'll be back tomorrow at 7-5 against the Xenia Scouts. For Connor Mills, I'm Joey Medore signing off. We'll